Do it. Almost live. Still doing it. There it goes. Hey. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Sunday, Sci-Fi Sunday again. And tonight, I'm joined here by Jen and Christian, right over here. My good pal, Soulless Trenchcoat, a.k.a. Trenchy. And my other really good friend, Marty, in Picture Show. And tonight, guys, it came from outer space. That's the topic. We're talking about all the science fiction movies / maybe television shows that feature alien invasions / visitations, abductions, and all the sorts. And I guess I started out since you guys are to my immediate right on the last two friends. Jen, Christian, what do you think makes this such an interesting subgenre?
The unknown.
The unknown, and also to me a mixture of it's a great excuse to do really cool and out of this world creature designs a lot of the time, and really be creative with what you do with your monsters.
Well, I think that's good, and the monsters themselves, like space aliens, are always interesting to do. Like you said, you can do a lot of different cool designs, and who's to say you're right or wrong?
Yeah,
there is no right or wrong in space.
Who knows? Maybe all Martians look like the robot monster.
Exactly. And man is very curious about space. We're always, even though we have all these other problems on Earth, we're always spending millions of dollars to go up, and millionaires want to go up. So, and they want to make space travel a thing. So people are curious.
They, take their dick ship to other worlds than millionaires. But yeah, no, that's friggin'. I think that's pretty spot on. Also appreciate the mentioning of romance and robot monster. That'd be great if they all look like that. Up in gorilla and diving helmet. Trenchy, same question. What do you think makes this kind of an interesting vehicle for an action film / science fiction, type of deal?
Because it's cool. Because like Jen and Christian said, it's the unknown, and you never know what you're gonna get. Like, you could get like a friendly alien, like E.T. or Mac from Mac and Me, or you can get like a threat from like They Live or the Predator or Venom. Like you the Venom symbiote. You don't know what you're gonna get.
I think it's a fair assessment.
Hey, DMC.
I always forget to mention Venom because that's an alien. That I could have put that on the list. I didn't even put Venom on there. Should have done it, folks. He's rocking out to Eminem. We know how Venom does. But Marty, same question. What is the meat and potatoes of this genre, really? I guess
it can range from very simplistic as you said, kind of classic invasion movie. Monster comes down, cuts people up, eats them. Good alien comes down, kind of befriends people. But I think the most interesting thing is you have something that is the ultimate outsider, and it's a genre that makes us turn the magnifying glass or the mirror on ourselves. It's like, well, like in certain situations, who's the real monster? Like E.T. comes down and we like fucking poke and prod the poor bastard, and it's like, even with Predator, it's like we as a species think, it's a noble thing to go hunting, but when we're the prey, it's interesting. It's like, oh, we're the trophies. So you've so much of opportunities by introducing this ultimate outsider, and it makes us reflect on ourselves, how we interact or how it interacts with us, and why does it come down to try and interact with us. And like Neil Blomkamp's District 9 or District 13, I always get the two fucking mixed up. That's a great analogy for apartheid. Same kind of with immigration, with alienation, view on segregation and alienation. Yeah, that's again, there's so many avenues to explore about the human race by using the template of an extraterrestrial or a visitor from another world, and it basically turns the mirror on ourselves. I think that's an avenue that I think is really well used in this genre.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, like, especially because you mentioned Predator, I like the fact that it's almost our fault that they come down to hunt us because we're such an aggressive predatory species of our own.
Yeah.
So it's interesting duology to it, you know.
Hey, Steve.
Oh. We'll put that up there. Didn't notice he made another comment on there, but get that in there. Do it up. If it ever acknowledges that I pressed the button. There we go. There we go. But yeah, certainly a lot of movies on here. I mean, the obvious ones, I got to check them off the list. We've talked about them before, but you got Independence Day, obvious one you're going to mention. It's like cookie cutter as it is. Aliens come, giant ship. They blow shit up. We gotta fight for things. Get our planet back. Same kind of deal. It's almost like it's a complete remake of Jesus Christ, War of the Worlds. Getting my movies mixed up. It's almost a direct remake of that in a way, you know. Except instead of like a virus, like a biological virus, they use a computer virus, which that was an interesting twist.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still favor the original War of the Worlds. It's spectacular, you know. I know, like now you got the higher quality Blu-ray transfer, and you can see all the friggin' wires on the ship, and it looks campier than it used to. But I still love it.
Got a charm.
Yeah.
Charm.
You know, another one you might not really think of as much, but it should get more love than it does, and it's gained in cult popularity, and it's also an invasion movie, Life Force.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Life Force is awesome.
Oh, we got a guest in the back. That can only be Art. Let me just get him in here. Get him on in here. We're gonna try and roll with 5. We'll see how my shit handles it.
Hey,
Welcome, Art.
what's up? What's up?
Hey,
Oh, now we're talking about alien invasion movies and alien visitation movies and that sort of thing. Art, I already asked them, but I'll ask you. What makes you think the genre is so popular? It's such a good vehicle.
Well, I don't even know. You'll have to come back to me.
Well, okay, all right.
I just got done eating. Yeah. I'll be in the right mindset state in a second.
All right. So going with what I was saying, Life Force, guys. That's you got aliens, and they're also vampires, which is perfect.
You have a lot to say.
I love
about
Life Force. It's one of my favorite Hooper movies, honestly.
I always forget.
Yeah, it was one of the 3 he did with canon.
Yes, that's right. It's good.
It's fun.
It is fun.
How can you not love naked space vampires coming down and killing people?
I love the naked
With
part.
Patrick Stewart.
Of course. How are you, Jen and Christian?
We're
All
good.
good?
Thank you. We're good. Thank you.
That's good. That's great.
yes, Steve Railsback and Patrick Stewart. That was Patrick Stewart's first ever movie kiss.
Mm-hmm.
With Steve Railsback.
It's an interesting way to begin your entry into people on film. You know.
Say that again.
He was great.
Yeah, he's good. Really good. Man.
Like, good news, Patrick Stewart. He's got an on. Exactly. So, good. I imagine that'd be Of course, I have to mention it because Star Trek, and I gotta do it. Gotta do the references when they come.
Oh, yeah. Got to.
Yeah, it's obligatory, guys. It's part of the deal.
It has to be done.
This film, it's such a good film, and I can't believe it's not more popular as a horror movie and a science fiction movie. The animatronics great. They're stellar.
Yeah, the miniatures are really nice when they're in the space station. It looks great.
Why do you guys think that this one isn't remembered so much? Why don't we automatically think
It's weird to say this, but because it's a Hooper movie that isn't Texas Chainsaw, it's kind of all of Hooper's filmography. It's that and Poltergeist are really the only ones. And even that one's kind of oh yeah, that movie exists,
I get that. But it's really a good, and sci-fi people would be really more about this movie than you would think.
Yeah, I was so confused when I first popped this movie in the VCR and started watching it because I'm oh, okay, this is going to be a space movie, and then they enter this giant spaceship and they pull out this thing and it looks like a fucking gargoyle or something. It's got the bat wings and shit. And then
sorry. I was going to say, I think they based the ship off an artichoke. If the design of the ship is an artichoke.
Very cool if they did.
It could be an artichoke. It always reminded me of an umbrella because it opens up and it's got if you can see the thumbnail, you'll see what I'm talking about because it's in there. I had to put it in there.
Yeah, like when your umbrella gets fucked up and the arms or whatever are sticking upwards.
Yeah, it's a very interesting design. And I always liked this movie, and I thought it was very creative in how you get the alien monsters down to Earth, and then all of a sudden you discover they're really vampires, and that's where it comes from.
Alien vampires.
Alien vampires.
That's the book it was based of, actually.
Vampires.
Yeah.
This is interesting, Ethel, if you don't mind me bringing up. It's interesting because there was another horror director that did a space movie that would be about a movie.
About vampires?
Not about vampires, but it's a good segue. John Carpenter, and I know this movie because it's one of my mother's favorites, Starman. Yeah, and a lot of people never bring that one up when they're talking about Carpenter. And it's bringing up what Marty was saying. It shows kind of the inhumanities and the both the compassion and the inhumanity that we both possess. He loves the scene with the deer. That's one of my mother's favorite scenes.
That's a really nice movie. Jeff Daniels and Jeff Bridges. Aaron Allen, right?
Yeah, and it's another movie that done by a horror director that nobody.
It's one of Carpenter's most forgotten.
How do you feel? Because
I think it's a really good movie. It's not my favorite Carpenter, but I think it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
And it's weird that it gets wasted a lot of the time in discussion, and it's used to be on. Oh shit! Art went mute. That's okay. You got stuff going on. But yeah, it used to be on TV quite a bit. In the late 90s, early 2000s, it was making the rounds on Sci-Fi Channel. I think it even was on ABC a couple times.
I think it was. I only am familiar with it. It's one of my mother's. It's in her probably top 5 favorite films. She loves that movie, especially the scene with the deers because she hates that, and she was like, "Yeah, this is cool." But you,
yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
What about you, Marty and Ethel and Frenchy? What do you all think of it?
I like the movie, but I do feel poor Karen Allen gets basically traumatized in that this entity comes down, uses a strand of hair from her deceased husband to make itself a new body. So she's just gotten over her husband's death, and now this fucking alien has taken over, and now it takes her hostage and it's going around the place. Fucking resurrecting deers and fucking scaring off policemen and shit. It's just, my God, what has happened to my husband?
They do fall in love, Marty. They do fall in love.
Yeah, but it's essentially Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
I've heard other people make this argument.
He's taking the guise of her dead husband. How is she not going to get fucking wet in the fucking knickers for him? Like, seriously.
Is that necrophilia?
No.
It's a fresh body. It can't be necrophilia. I mean,
I
it's
suppose you're right. But he is dead, so I don't know.
Spectrophilia? I don't know. Ghostophilia? I don't know.
necrophilia. There's got to be a name for it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It was the parallel because I thought, oh, there's another horror director that kind of did the same thing, and it just made me think. Sorry to get off topic.
No, it's good. Trench, what did you think of it?
I've never seen it.
You'd probably like it, Trenchy.
I'll check it out. I like John Carpenter.
Yeah, I mean, there's no sentient carousel horses in it, but it's still good.
Oh.
Oh, hey, we got DMC saying Starman was all right. The love story and not much action put me off. Okay.
I get that.
I've heard a few people say that.
It's definitely a departure from Carpenter's kind of standard
Yeah.
Yeah.
catalog. But that's not a bad thing either.
Oh, we got a guest come back in. That must be Art. Let me let him back in.
Hey.
If it lets me let him back in. There he is. Get on in here, Art.
There we are.
There it goes. Find it helps if I wave my hand a little bit.
Why don't you like me? Don't let me in.
All right, Starman. What do you think of Starman?
I can't even remember Starman. I hadn't seen that one like probably just about once a long time ago. I can't really remember anything about it.
Jeff Bridges comes back to life. He's an alien, and he kidnaps Karen Black from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's good. It's one of 3 John Carpenter movies we'll be talking about tonight because alien invasions and this does happen with Carpenter. Obviously, the other choice, They Live there. You know, which that's like a classic, very very relevant.
Oh yeah.
I guess if you guys haven't seen, I know everybody here has seen it, but if people watching haven't seen They Live, basically it's about a downtrodden portion of society trudging along, trying to make ends meet, and then they discover exactly why things are so downtrodden in their society, and you got aliens. You got aliens. There are these that Roddy Piper gets to put on, and he can see aliens and you can see the brainwashing of society, and there's a lot of cool messages in there. Go! Oh, we lost. All right, that's all.
I know.
But yeah, that's the gist of it, and it has one of the longest on-screen fight scenes I think I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. It does. It's been parodied I don't know how many times.
It's one of the best.
And Roddy Piper is here to chew bubble gum, kick ass,
yeah.
and he's all out of bubble gum.
I love it. You get 2 wrestling moves out of Piper in this movie. You get the one where he basically does a clothesline on the cop, which is always good.
Yeah.
And then you get the one where it's almost like a side slam or like a German suplex during the big long fight scenes, which is always fun. Always good. I like it when they do that with these movies. If you're going to cast a wrestler, you got to work one of their moves in there.
That's true.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think of it?
It's one of your favorites.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's that and the Thing fight constantly for my favorite Carpenter film. I think it's fantastic.
Why?
It just works so well. It's quintessential Carpenter to me. It is great, a great score, great performances by Piper. The storytelling's really cool. The effects are really cool. The sound design's really cool. Just the action's really good in the film. Everything just works really well.
What is the message in this movie?
Yeah.
And also I always love just how you look through the glasses.
Yeah.
I love the VOP shot of that, like how you see through their glasses, and I think that's really cool. And you wonder sometimes, like I've been in places and I don't have glasses on or anything, but I'll look at people and I can see that.
Yeah.
Like if only we could get a pair of them glasses, we could see and apparently hear, because it allowed them to hear the sleep little satellite dish on the friggin' streetlight. I don't know what that was about. It was cool.
And they always look so contemptuously at us, like in their real thing. That they look like you, fucking humans, you, fucking judgmental bastards.
Yeah.
It's a good movie to watch around Halloween time because the aliens look sort of like skeletons, which is a cool look.
Yeah.
It's a cool look. I like it better than traditional Roswell aliens. Sorry about that, Jen. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it reminded me kind of the Night of the Living Dead in a weird way.
I can see that.
Yeah, I get that vibe whenever I see it.
Yeah, well, because like Night of the Living Dead is sort of about the new society coming in and taking over the old society. The death of the old ways. Which is a cool way to look at it, and that's sort of what this is.
Yeah, it parallels the two parallel.
I definitely think Carpenter made it as a finger salute to Reaganism or Reaganomics as well.
It did.
It's basically, I think it's a big commentary on our sort of materialistic lifestyles. Like you have that one scene where he's looking at the guy waiting for a paper, and they pan down to where he's holding the cash. He puts the glasses on and says, "This is your God" on the bills, which is great. Like what a great thing to put in there. Like it's a nice little touch.
Carpenter's all about that.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on They Live?
Oh, it's fucking awesome. It's great. It has a good message. Roddy Piper's awesome, and the alien designs are awesome, and it's in your face, but it's not, because it's still a dumb action movie, but it has a good message, but it doesn't try to be something it's not.
Absolutely.
Yo, Revy, yo, Ben.
Yo.
Hey, guys.
Yo, Revy, yo, Ben.
Hey, guys. Thank you for joining us. Always good to see you guys in the comment section. Don't be shy and make your comments. I like it.
I agree with DMC Campbell saying that Meg Foster has sexy eyes. When I was little, I wanted her eyes so bad. Yeah. I thought she was so pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say something? And you guys cannot get mad at me. For the longest period of time, I thought Meg Foster was blind. I thought she was a blind actress.
I can see that, actually.
But she still has pretty eyes, no? Or is it?
I thought it was just that, like, her coronaries, she hadn't used them so long, so all the color and pigment were gone. Mm-hmm. I feel bad, but I was like, oh, it's cool, That's very kind of forward thinking, letting a blind woman act in all these action movies. And she doesn't have to be blind.
How awesome would it have been if she actually was blind, being in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have kind of made a commentary.
It would have worked for the movie even better too.
Yeah, it would have.
I mean, they already have the blind preacher, who attacks the thugs with the cane when they're burning down the city and bulldoze and everything. So that's kind of cool there. So I guess they did that already in the film, but it still would have been neat if, in addition to that, we got this actress who also happens to be blind in real life, but she's playing a sighted person.
Yeah, that would have been a real cool twist on everything.
Yeah,
and she just was pretty. She was pretty.
Oh yeah. Even if she did push Piper out of a plate glass window.
It's okay. When you're pretty, you can do those things. It's fine.
Dad,
He shot Keith David in the back of the head.
that's true. It's all bad first date behavior, ladies. Don't do this when you're out.
Don't shoot Keith David in the back of the head on the first date. That's a third date kind of thing.
It's a little
Sure, he
forward.
took her hostage. Sure, he took her hostage, but that was just the beginning of their relationship. Sometimes it begins weird. Sometimes it gets a weird beginning.
You know, with the right guy, it's not so bad to be kidnapped.
Oh, I thought you were saying with the right guy pushing them out of plate glass windows fun.
That could be with the right guy.
Marty, don't get
Are
me.
you saying I need to be on America's Most Wanted for us to progress our fucking relationship? Is that what you're fucking saying?
No, but if you kidnap me, I wouldn't put up. I'd put up a pretend fight, but I wouldn't really try that hard. I just look like I was.
Yeah, but what if some person
Yeah,
is watching and they're like, oh, we got to put an APB out this guy?
Marty, if it makes you feel better, I bet you would be a dope criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You would be a fantastic. Yeah.
Oh,
You look like somebody who would kidnap people.
Oh, just me. No, I'll cut a bitch if he kidnaps anyone else.
Yeah, you would make a great kidnapper.
God almighty.
Hey,
Maybe I'll
John,
do that for like our anniversary or something. That'd be cool.
always appreciate the support. Always do. Always appreciate your support.
hey, John, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
And of course, we got Brian in there too. I already highlighted his comment, but he's there. Hey, Brian, thank you for stopping. Always good to have you in there. But yeah, They Live, a friggin' amazing film. It often rivals Halloween for my favorite Carpenter movie. Sometimes I find myself unable to pick one. I'm like, well, I love Halloween, but then again, They Live is pretty much good any time of the year, and it's not seasonal.
Mhm.
I don't know.
And it probably has a
Good
little
film.
bit more to say than Halloween does.
Yeah.
Halloween is just basic, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want a little bit more meaty subtext, definitely They Live would definitely be
Oh, yeah.
your choice.
Yeah. And how cool is it they had drones in They Live, just like today.
Mm-hmm.
Just like today. Amazing. So we talked about that. Next movie we got to talk about, because we're talking about Carpenter. The Thing.
The Thing.
The Thing.
Guys.
I'll let you take this one because this is one of your favorites.
It's just the horror. It's just the movie that made me fall in love with the horror genre. It's it's no big deal. It's one of Carpenter's best films. It's the single best pieces of practical effects in cinema history. It's so great. Those characters are all really damn memorable, and just so many tension-filled scenes. Yeah. How can you not love a movie where blood screams and a stomach eats somebody?
Blood streams.
How can you not love that?
And it's one of the examples to show that occasionally you can do way better than the original.
Oh, infinitely better than the
A
original.
remake can be good.
Yeah.
Like the original was very good.
Yeah.
The Thing from another world, very good film. But you can't beat The Thing. The Thing it's got everything that you couldn't do back then. Like you could not do the effects in this film back then, and this isn't even CGI. This is all practical.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Bottin done an absolutely fucking amazing job. The poor guy, he actually fucking he dropped. He had to go to hospital due to exhaustion, and Stan Winston had to come in and do the dog thing, which was it was basically a hand puppet that he put through the floor and gave it a more organic movement. But yeah, but Bottin's effects in that movie are fucking awesome.
Yeah, it stands out. The whole thing stands out, and I gotta mention it because it was awesome effect. Spiderhead.
Yes.
Spiderhead.
You gotta be fucking kidding. I love that line. That is something, because that's something someone would say, and that's something I'd say in that situation if I saw someone fucking kidding me. What the fuck?
But it's great. Trenchy, what are your thoughts on The Thing?
Oh, it's awesome. Like, just everything about it. Kurt Russell is great. The setting's great. The special effects are great. And I don't care what Tom Savini says. Overlapping dialogue in the first one does not beat the special effects in the remake.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's crazy. No,
Love Savini, don't always agree with him.
Yeah.
J-
I
Brian-
couldn't trade
Brian-
the shit. So- oh, go ahead.
No, Brian just posed a question there. No, Stan Winston was not working for Rob Bottin. Bottin was actually a student of Winston.
Yeah.
And Winston felt so bad that Bottin basically suffered from basically a crash due to exhaustion. He came in and helped his former student with the shoot. It was essentially one scene with the dog puppet. That was it. The rest was all Bottin.
it's so good.
Yeah. My favorite is the blood.
Yeah,
The screaming blood. I just love that
I
scene.
love this. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes in movie history.
Yeah.
Is the test scene
Yeah. I played it. I played that as a kid.
a lot.
I did. I would pretend and I would do that.
I like how they used real flamethrowers in this, and actually we're in danger of burning down the set at times.
Yep,
But it gave it that authentic feel.
it did.
And it was so cold, like there was a real concern about cast members actually getting hypothermia at their times during the filming of this film. And they almost crashed a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Russell nearly blew himself up as well.
Yes.
There's a scene where Palmer charges out the side of the cabin. He's been setting fire and he's turned, and Kurt Russell had to throw dynamite, but the dynamite basically was on a fuse. However, the whole pack landed onto the actual burning practical effect and ignited too early before Russell could get out of the way. So you can actually see him in the scene getting blown back from the dynamite.
Very cool.
One of those things where it's incredibly dangerous, but it really added to the shot, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gave it
You
that
want your
realness.
realism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, keep your actors as close to danger as possible. You know, you get lucky or you'll get really unlucky.
That's what your boy always, Kubrick.
Yeah, that's what Kubrick's always mindset was.
Yeah.
Well, his was less keep them keep them close to danger, and just abuse them.
Yeah, but he almost killed a couple.
Yeah, he almost killed several actors.
And
'Cause
caused
he
a nervous breakdown in
Because he
Tom
was a
Cruise.
psychopath. If he wasn't a director, he probably would have been a homicidal maniac.
Made good movies. It's okay. He's an artist.
Definitely one of the top 10 Carpenter films. I'd say The Thing was one of the top 10. You know,
Yes.
mention it. Moving on from that, I'd just like to note they did have the saucer in it. You know, it's underneath the ice, which was cool because that was an homage to the original that they remade this from, as if it was maybe the same film. You know, like maybe it's a continuation of that, which is kind of cool. Because if you look, when they go down there, they actually have the big ice sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is another nod, which is great. So
It adds another layer. It adds another layer to the film, definitely.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything to say about The Thing from Another World before we move on to a different movie series?
I like it because it has actually kind of lent to latter sci-fi horror genres. For example, when they're going through the shacks trying to find the vegetable monster or whatever, and it's become irradiated, so they're using a Geiger counter to track it. That is so obvious that Scott or Dan O'Bannon or whoever was like, okay, we're going to use this in Alien. The idea that you have this device, and as they're getting closer, it's like making a louder beep, and it's just, yeah, I'm with Christian 100%. The remake is superior, but there is a lot of groundwork in sci-fi horror that Thing from Another World put down. Like, again, it departed a lot from the John W. Campbell short story, which Carpenter was a lot more loyal to. But it's I think it's a trendsetter. I think it's definitely a sci-fi horror trendsetter.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can't talk
For
about
sure.
this stuff without bringing it up.
Yeah, it's one of those quintessential ones.
And this would be classified as a visitation film because it didn't come here to conquer humanity. It's visiting. It didn't mean to be here. It's an accident. It's not like They Live where it's a friggin' invasion. So
It's
kind
just
of
a
cool.
tourist.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that Carpenter did one from each column on this this genre, this split genre. I don't know what to call it. A split subgenre. I don't know.
Yeah.
That brings me to another visitation film with a more friendlier alien. We mentioned this earlier in the back room. E.T., the extraterrestrial.
Oh boy.
E.T.
Oh boy.
He's actually responsible. He's responsible for why that Carpenter movie did not do well.
Yeah.
Everyone came out the same year. Everyone was like, "Hey, we prefer this nice alien instead of this fucking spaghetti-headed fucker melting people."
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, I don't want to criticize people's parenting, but I guess there is one movie you're going to bring the kids to more often. I guess we're going to bring them to E.T. more. And I remember being a little kid when E.T. was big, and I was psyched for this film. Like, I wanted to see it. So, I wasn't in the know on the thing at the time because I was not allowed to see that quite yet. It was, not allowed, but not in the theaters anyway.
I get that. Oh boy, E.T.
But
I don't think I'm going to have a very popular opinion about E.T. I've never really liked E.T. Like, I watched it once. My mother made me watch it with her, and I was like, it's fine, but I'm going to go back and watch Friday the 13th now, Mom. It was too whimsy for me. Just too whimsy. I can understand why it has appealed, especially people from my generation, that age group, but I thought it was kind of hokey even as a kid.
I never got into it. It's like one of my least favorite Spielberg movies, honestly.
Yeah, it didn't work for Jen. Jen wasn't a fan of it. My mother loved it.
Yeah, if we're talking Spielberg alien movies, I'm more of a Close Encounters guy.
Yeah. I just, no, Jen, no. Sorry, I was that kid. Give me the thing over 18 any day.
Or I'm really more of the superior version of the film. I'm more of a Mac and Me kind of person.
Oh God!
Yes!
Oh,
hell yeah!
I was hoping you would.
Frenchy knows where it's
In
at.
time, lads. Dental probably has it laid out. We'll get to that.
In time.
We'll talk about Mac and Me in just a second. We got to wrap up the E.T. part conversation. I could just see Jen, little Jen, watching E.T. waiting, saying, "When is he gonna eat Elliot's eyes?
Exactly.
When's it happening?"
My mother loved it. She thought it was beautiful, and I was just sitting there. This is fucking bullshit. Little Jen was like, "This is fucking bullshit."
Eat him.
Exactly.
Eat him.
He had those long fingers. He could have been popping those down like Reese's Pieces.
I know, right? Like, so many missed opportunities. Instead, you had this family bullshit that just pissed me off. Even as a kid, I was like, bullshit.
But it was adorable, and let's not forget that the design for the spaceship was pretty awesome, and that effect was really cool. It was a good miniature and composite they had going on with that. Trenchy, what do you think of E.T.?
Oh, it's okay. He got a child drunk, so that's impressive.
Oh yeah, he did.
I don't know. I'm Team Mac and Me as well, so it's okay. E.T.'s okay, but Mac and Me is far superior in my opinion.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God.
Marty, your thoughts on E.T. the extraterrestrial?
I don't have as much vitriol as Jen, but I did find it boring. I do find it ironic, though, because you have a Jewish director essentially telling the resurrection parable The resurrection of Jesus in Sci-Fi. Oh, apparently there's a shitload.
Holy
of
shit, you're
pastors.
right.
Yeah, there's a shitload of pastors in the Bible Belt that use this as a way to introduce kids to the resurrection of Jesus.
Yeah. Another reason I don't particularly like it.
I'd agree with that, Brian. I would agree that's a more impressive ship, but it's a different movie. It's supposed to be more impressive. You know, I feel like E.T. was more about the charm, and you had that cool spaceship, which was an impressive shot, but it's certainly not as big as Close Encounters, where you had the ship kind of mimicking the sound of the keyboard, which is cool. Communication there.
But even though I'm not a fan of it, it does show, again, the inhumanity, because basically we're just using that dude as a pincushion and all of that. So there is that. You can, again, it does, and it shows it to kids on a level kids can get.
Yeah.
There's other movies.
And the stuff with the government agents in the spacesuits was genuinely creepy. They somehow managed to make astronaut suits look fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, like, I like that it had that element. So, it's while not a horror, it is science fiction. It does fit our topic. So, I had to bring it up.
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool. Most people love it. They're not very few are like Jen.
On a more negative connotation, it gave us one of the worst Atari games of all time.
It also gave us a pretty questionable Happy Meal tie-in. Well, not Happy Meal. What the hell they call it? Kids Meal.
The finger.
Yeah,
wasn't it a Happy Meal?
Well, no. Okay, there were two. The Happy Meal one was you got a poster for the movie, but they put it at the bottom of the box so the grease from the fries and everything got onto it. But there was another tie-in that was just a finger.
Yeah.
I see. I would take that with a completely different connotation. Even little Jen would be like a finger.
I can explain this because I was there when this happened, because I was working at the place. Years later, to celebrate the anniversary of the film's release, Wendy's, the fast food chain, had a tie-in with E.T. and like you could get like E.T. toys and you could get stickers, and everything was fine until you get to the sticker portion of the tie-in. And I wish I'd taken one of these because it would have been fun to have it to show tonight. But one of the stickers was E.T. in the red hoodie, and he's like doing the this thing, but they got it wrong when they printed it, so it looks like he's giving him the finger.
Very cute.
And you got E.T. in a hoodie flipping people off, which is so street. Like that's so ghetto, man. Like what the hell? Like is he a gangster now?
See the finger.
We've updated ET for the 90s.
Yo.
Yeah, we updated ET for the 90s. It's like the Looney Tunes in the like thug gear too from the 90s.
See, now finger would be a whole different connotation to Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Orgasm home.
God damn it.
Fucking
My
ET
girlfriend,
series.
ladies and gentlemen. My girlfriend.
They had ET everything back then. They had that ET doll, the infamous ET doll with the weird, like it wasn't a plushie. It was like a vinyl. It had like vinyl skin. It was weird, which can be seen in another movie that I have on the list of Alien. It would fall in the category of visitation because they're not that conquer. Critters.
Critters.
Yay, Critters.
Marty
I love Critters.
You love Critters.
I do love Critters. They're so cute. They're just little balls of murder, but they're so damn cute. And then they get in a giant ball, and they're like little porcupines, and they're so cute.
Ed is probably going to say this, but like one of them like talks to the ET plushie, and he's like surrender, and obviously it doesn't answer back, so he just eats his face, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he bites the head right off it. It's great. Great. That's one of the movies I watched when it came out. Like, I didn't see it in theaters, but I saw it when it hit HBO, and like I taped it on VHS, and I would watch that like other little kids would be watching cartoons all the time. I'd be watching Critters, just watching Critters.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fucking Critters is just
Yeah.
amazing. They're so cute. I want a plushie. They have a plushie.
I know.
I want a plushie to like take to bed with because it's just so cute. They're just look at him. He just wants to murder and kill and dominate the world. And the song, you know,
Oh yeah, Power of the Night.
Power of the. Oh man, I used to sing that all the time as a kid.
You can show Jake because there's no
Yeah.
boobs or anything, and it's not that gory.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
I
Yes.
also love to point, like I always love to point this fact about the film. It's a very pro arson film.
Yes.
Because that kid is a pyromaniac.
Another reason to love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that kid grew up to be a goddamn arsonist.
Like Christian, that's like the quintessential farm kid in the 80s. He was blowing shit
Yes.
up with
Yeah,
firecrackers. He was out there with fucking BB guns and shotguns, and he was fucking popping off for fun. You know?
That's not too far off. I told you about my friend that made the bombs.
Made bombs.
Yeah. He was a good friend of mine.
Brian, there is a critter in the toilet, and when the bounty hunters show up, they do blow that toilet up. They blow it up to hell. Fucking awesome. Like, what a great, like, it's not, all right, it's not a good quality film as like as written in a story or a character development kind of aspect, but as a film where you want to see aliens wreak havoc and things get blown up, that's where it's a great film. That's where it shines. That's where you put your money at the end of the day. You know,
And it's just fun. It's just one of those movies that's fun, you know.
Yeah.
I liked it better than E.T. honestly, and I
Yeah.
like what it deserves, but
The Shutter Show is good.
Yeah.
We did
The
that.
whole series, I would say, besides the most recent film, are all pretty good. I like Critters 2 best out of all of them, honestly.
Yeah.
well, it's Easter. Critters 2 is great. It gives us
horror movie.
My favorite part in Critters 2 is where the bounty hunter who can't decide the form takes the guise of the centerfold, including the staple in his head. Like, I love that. So stupid but perfect.
Like, and I can't move on from this movie without mentioning the transformation scene when the bounty hunters are almost at Earth and they're picking up the television waves in their spaceship. You've got the awesomest stop motion effect right there where the face is all melting and then reconstituting. Like, that is sick.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It is.
It's like, it's friggin' sick. I love that scene. Underappreciated, guys.
They're just so goddamn. And I'm not a cutesy wootsy kind of person, but they're fucking cute and adorable. I want to have this. I wanted one as a pet as a kid. I was like, I want a critter for a pet.
They get big too. Like, if they get, their size depends on how much they eat. So like later on in the film, towards the end, you've got that one that's as big as a person, and it's just like walking around. Like, that's awesome. Like, they got to make a full size for that.
They do.
I like the fact as well that they're not like fucking super intelligent, but they're not non-sentient either. There's a brilliant bit where like these two Krites are just after, I think, hitting the father or the mother with spines and go, this is going to be fucking easy. And then the shotgun just comes out the door and blows him up. And he's like, oh shit. It's like, these didn't swear, they curse, they drink. Like, you know, it's obviously a riff on Gremlins, but it's a bit more of an edgier riff, I think.
Yes.
I love that. I love that exchange with the shotgun, Marty. They're like, they have weapons. The other one says, so what? Then the shotgun comes out and it blows that one up, and he's like, fuck. Runs away.
That's brilliant.
They're funny little fuckers.
Yeah.
Right. And then, you know, in the second one, you got them at the Hungry Heifer, and you got that song, Hungry Heifer.
Very good.
Eat all the hamburgers. All the hamburgers, guys. Love it. So that's Critters. I'm going to bounce back because I know Trenchy wants to talk about it. We're going to bounce back to the cute side of aliens. Friggin' Mackinac.
Again, I'm just gonna let them go, boys.
The best movie.
Trench, you wanna?
Oh, this movie is fucking awesome and way better than E.T. because E.T. does not have a kid in a wheelchair going off a cliff. It does not have a dance scene at McDonald's. It does not have a shootout in front of a grocery store. It doesn't have anything, nothing on this movie. You even have a weird teddy bear costume. Like,
Yep.
that could be, like fuck E.T. I prefer my aliens looking like drunk homeless people. Like, that's how the aliens should look.
Trenchy, you should do your dissertation on this. You've got enough. You've got enough passion for it. You and Trenchy should do a dissertation
Hell
on
yeah.
this.
Every reason why Mackinac better than E.T.
Do a move or do a video.
Do a documentary.
Yeah.
Just go
That'd be a great collaboration. You guys should do that in December because I think.
Hell yeah.
I agree. Because I don't have to do it.
No, you two or someday you got to do it for Trash Fire.
No, if I did, I'd have to get like 3 months of porn.
I'm willing to accept that. It's not my thing, so.
And yes, Brian, it is a ripoff of E.T. They were going for an E.T. sort of feel, and then they went friggin' absolutely insane.
Yep.
That scene where the frog sucks them into it is just crazy as well. I'd like to point that out. That's not like they gotta drink Coca-Cola. I never heard that part, but oh well, you got your time. There it is.
Yeah, Coke sponsored this, right?
Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone thinks this is a McDonald's thing, sponsorship. No, it was the food truck company that delivers McDonald's and Coca-Cola products. They were the ones who were sponsoring it. That's why McDonald's and Coke are tied into it.
The more you know.
Yeah,
people.
it's a food truck company that brought us this movie. So good.
Meatballa?
I've never
Heard of it.
Never heard of that one.
Not heard of that either. I've heard of Meatballs, but that had nothing to do with E.T.
Yeah. Bill Murray was not an alien. I do believe. I believe he was not an alien.
Not in that movie.
No.
No, but that's it's if you want to see something cheesy, but it's good enough to watch, I would recommend Mac and Me. Maybe check it out. If you haven't seen it. I mean, a lot of people have now. For some reason, it's not public domain. I wish it was.
Oh.
Ethel, would you say it's double cheesy with a quarter pounder?
Yes.
And a side of fries.
No.
It's magical.
It's
Trenchy's loving it.
It's meatballs. Brian was talking about meatballs. That was like
black magic.
You got a black magic Big Mac.
Is it because I've been going around out with you so long that everything that comes out of your mouth now just sounds sexual? Is that my head now?
Oh, yeah. I guess Black Magic Big Mac does sound kind of sexual when you put it like
I
that.
actually didn't mean I
didn't hear it sexual either. I just saw a Santana reference. But
Yeah.
no, that does sound sexual now.
That was just a sentence.
Marty, you deviant.
Yeah, you pervert.
That's her. That's her fucking linguistics fucking pouring into my brain.
Or pouring somewhere else. That's another story.
I guess so. Moving along, and in keeping with the friendly alien visitations, or actually, Mac and Me is more of an abduction movie because we have abducted them from their planet and brought them here. Probes. That's more of an alien abduction. But only we're doing the abducting. I don't know. It's weird. But
Then it's okay.
Keeping with the friendly alien theme for a little while, another visitation movie that some people might not think of right away, but obvious choice after you do think of it, Cocoon.
Cocoon.
Oh,
yeah, it is one. It is
Yeah,
one.
I always forget of that. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, they're more-
Steven, the Gutenberg.
Old people have sex.
Old people have sex.
If Wilford Brimley was just perpetually old fucking looking. Because that movie was made when? Ethel, 1980.
Something.
Yeah, fucking Wilford Brimley was just always fucking old.
It was 87, if I remember right. But yeah, it was good though. It was a good movie, and it does have its creepy moment. When they're on the boat and they're spying on the aliens and they don't have their rubber skin on and that alien comes lunging at them and you got the score, that actually does feel suspenseful and almost spooky or scary in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Like you
having sex.
That's the tagline of the movie. Cocoon. Old people have sex. There's the tagline.
And how?
Really
oh my
on.
God. They're
Coming
having
to
sex
theaters
with
near you. In the family.
Coming, huh?
Coming. Yes, coming to theaters near you.
Brian,
Friday.
not to make it completely irrelevant, but the alien cocoons do sort of look like giant meatballs, so there's a connection there.
Yeah. Or Wilford Brimley's wrinkle balls.
I love meatballs.
Yeah.
Stop eating sugary shit, you get diabetes. My name is Wilford Brimley. I got diabetes.
Diabetes.
Wait,
Diabetes.
So his cocoon balls are sugary?
Diabetes.
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 It's the right thing to do.
Don't you put them in your
Oh no.
See
so-
what I mean?
That one I think.
So
was-
guys, what are the thoughts? I'll start with Jen and Christian, then I'll go down the line. What are your thoughts on Cocoon?
old people having sex and Wilford Brimley's diabetic giving balls. I'm sorry.
It's solid. It's
It
not
creeped me out as a kid. It was gross.
It's solid. It's not a personal favorite, but it's a solid enough little flick to at least watch once.
Yeah. Do you find it uplifting?
I guess. Sure.
And I guess it does show like old people aren't, they're not just there to sit in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies it's one of the first movies I can remember where it makes the commentary of, is it right to just cage them in like that? Just let them there to wither, have nothing to do, be old and sad, and the relationship with the kid and Wilford Brimley is genuinely touching. Like, it's nice that they have this little friendship. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's sweet.
You're right here.
Yeah. It gives you the feel.
Yeah. Trench, what do you think of this movie? Oh, he's on mute.
Uh-oh.
Trenchy.
We'll come back to Trenchy. He's on mute. He's got cat duty. Hopefully not actual cat duty. Marty, what do you think about Cocoon?
Well, this movie holds a special place in my heart because it was the movie that I was finally able to use to prove to my dad that Brian Dennehy does not. Every movie Brian Dennehy stars in is not based on real events. Oh my God! He's like Silverado, Rambo. It could happen. It might have happened. Oh, fucking FX. Because the thing was, Brian Dennehy starred in so many true to life fucking crime dramas. Brian Dennehy's a great actor, great caliber actor. He never stars in any kind of unreal shite. And I showed him Cocoon and he goes, Brian? And it's like, no, Dad, see, Brian Dennehy does not star in only true movies. But yeah, it's all right. It's touching. It finally convinced my old fella that Brian Denny.
Look, Dad, Brian Dennehy is real.
Marty, I have a question. This has nothing to do, but it's a movie that when I ever think of Brian Dennehy, I always go to. Did he think Gorky Park was real?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I hope you guys are seeing the comments I'm posting up here on the big screen. It's not showing up for me, so I'm kind of taking it on faith that you guys can all see them. But
Yeah,
I don't. I'm not trying to. So just putting that out there, guys. But yeah, Cocoon. It's a soft, warm, fuzzy movie. It shines a light on the depressive lifestyle of being in a retirement home and watching your friends die or feel ill. Trenty, what did you think of this now that you're back?
Oh, I've never seen it.
Oh, yeah. You should check it out, Trench. It's got a lot to offer as far as like making you feel something and having some good sci-fi in there as well, here and there. The ending may surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess moving on to another friendly alien movie. Which some of you may not have seen. This is sort of a deep cut, at least I think it is. But Space Children. Have you guys seen Space Children?
I haven't. Have you?
Give me the plot. I might have.
All right. Well, basically, you've got the dad from, or not the dad. You've got the professor from Gilligan's Island, and he's sort of an abusive father figure. You've got Jackie Coogan from the Addams Family, and he's sort of a loving father figure. And then you've got this other guy. I can't remember his name. He comes in and he's moving into this military base kind of area, and he's moving in at the trailer park with a bunch of other military families because he's part of the project called the Thunderer. And what it is it's a big nuclear missile. It's like the biggest nuclear missile ever, and it could destroy an entire country. And all of a sudden, all their children start acting really strange, and then all sorts of really strange things start happening around the base. And we find out that there's a giant jelly brain that's come down from outer space. And you'd think this jelly brain is going to be an asshole, but he's actually a friendly jelly brain who only communicates with the children. And he's trying to stop the launch of the Thunderer and make world peace happen.
This sounds awesome.
Cool.
Have you
Can't say I've seen that one, but sounds cool. It's basically the plot of David Bowie's Starman. Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to see the professor wailing out of a kid, but you know it happens.
Very cool.
Nice.
And it's refreshing to see Uncle Fester without a light bulb in his mouth. So there's always that. Although he does wear some really short shorts, which I don't know what they were thinking there, but okay.
Around
For
children.
the ladies, Ethel, for the ladies.
I mean, I don't know about you, Ken, but I never wanted to see Uncle Fester's little Fester.
Because that's the Addams Family character. All the women have
Uncle Fester goes
Uncle
Creepy.
Fester. I've heard more people have things for Lurch.
I can see that.
I've heard more people have things for Lurch than Uncle Fester.
I bet there's some women that
I'm
find
not
Fester
doubting. I'm
hot.
not doubting that there are people who are into Uncle Fester. I just have never met anyone. It's usually Gomez or Lurch.
Like, well, we don't get to see Cousin It. We sure know it's there.
Yeah. That's
Now
true.
I'm curious. Like, I don't have a thing, but I'm curious what Fester's little Fester would look like.
Ew.
Just curious.
Poor Marty.
So am I in this movie?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think mid 60s or early 60s. It's black and white. It's campy fun. You enjoy the peace-loving jelly brain.
Nice.
Get along.
Joey Brain.
So yeah,
Brain.
that the stuff. Would you guys consider the stuff an alien visitation
Yes.
movie?
It's a
I'd say
tasty
so.
treat.
I would say so, yeah.
It's a tasty
yeah.
treat.
Yeah. Okay. Like that. Which I don't know why you would pick it up off the ground and eat it, not knowing what it is, but maybe
Yeah,
it's like in.
that could have been fucking elephantism or anything. But you're like,
Yeah. Like maybe it's like in Jason Goes to Hell, where the guy eats the heart. He's just being compelled to do it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I always took
Yeah, that's
it.
how I always took it.
Or
Marty, weird tangent. Why would there be a reservoir of elephant jism in a random hole in California?
Because someone obviously jerked it off.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you. High
I
five
got
me.
your back. I got your back, babe.
A traveling circus.
but since we're talking about it, what did you guys think of the stuff? What y'all think?
It was fun. It's cool. Like,
It's one of my favorite Larry Cohen movies, honestly. I love it. I think it's super fun.
yeah, it is. It's the stuff. I mean, the name really says it all.
Yeah, I really love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, and it's definitely classifies in the.
It's another one that weirdly falls under kind of the same They Live thing. So if it's not as heavy-handed as it, but it kind of is also talking about consumerism in the 80s.
Yes, very much so. I agree with you on that. Like it's hidden under a very much sillier premise, but basically when you boil it down, it is kind of, and 80s again. That was a
and
time.
also just how like big business is everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I never thought about it like that, but you're right. You're right.
And it proves that you can survive eating shaving cream in a pinch.
Wouldn't recommend it.
The stuff. Excuse me, losing my voice as per usual this week. I'll get to another alien invasion movie since we were just talking about visitations. I guess the stuff would be a visitation. I mean, it's not like it's trying to invade. It's just there. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
My younger son's Jake. That's one of his favorite movies right now. He loves Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He discovered it, and it's like, oh my god, it's his jam. It's fun. It's a fun popcorn movie. This is definitely a space popcorn movie.
Say what, really?
Yeah, it's a space popcorn movie.
Yeah.
But as dumb as it is, because like Jake wanted me, I'd been a while, and Jake wanted me to sit and watch it with him a while back, and I was thinking, oh my god, but it wasn't bad. I was like, oh, this is better than I remember.
It knows what it is. It's like
It
Killer
does.
Tomatoes. It knows what it is.
Yeah, I'd say it's better than Killer Tomatoes.
I like Killer Tomatoes better, but that's just me.
I get that. And I like, it's very creative. The clowns are very creative. And I know I didn't, but I know a lot of kids from the time actually got really creeped out by the clowns. So there's that. It's fun. It's not a highbrow movie, but Killer Clowns from Outer Space is kind of tipping its hand right there.
Yeah. If you go in after hearing that title thinking you're going to see fucking, I don't know, Memento or fucking Lawrence of Arabia, you've kind of fooled yourself right there. Like, it does exactly what it says in the tin.
It comes with some great special effects, all practical, of course, and it's got some good gimmicks. Like the invisible motorcycle is a good gimmick. The pies, the disintegrating pies, good gimmick. Popcorn gun, good gimmick. Living popcorn. What a cool idea.
And it has some fun puns in it too. It has some fun puns. Jake thought they were funny. Okay, I thought
the cotton candy cocoons also really cool. The blood out of the crazy straw. Terrifying and whimsical.
Yes.
My favorite scene is where one of them gets in a fight with a biker, and your mom's like, "What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?" And he gets his head punched off, and his African American friend's reaction, "God damn!" I love that reaction with the head just flying into the dustbin.
But Marty, you had to love the shadow puppet scene where they make the shadow puppet T-Rex.
Dinosaur, yeah.
fucking great.
It is.
Trench, what do you think of this movie?
Oh, it's awesome. It's great for everything you just mentioned, and plus they go door to door as pizza men, and no one questions it. They just go along with it. It's
That's
great.
one of my favorite gag of the movie, actually. Yeah.
I wouldn't question it.
And fun fact, I didn't even know that you could see that girl's nipples in the movie until I saw it on TV and they'd had it blurred out. I'm like, oh, I guess you could see through her shirt.
I noticed it.
Of course you did. Big
Don't
shocker.
the two ice cream men have sex with the female killer clowns?
Yes.
Yeah, and they're
That's-
fans, like they're full of air.
Oh, Jesus.
I love how the ice cream truck is the key to surviving. You just gotta hide in the ice cream truck.
Yeah, that's how you survive, man. It makes perfect sense. Don't question
It does. And you can have a tasty
Exactly.
treat while you're waiting.
Totally.
But it's great. It's a fun film. Special effects done by the same guys who did the special effects for Critters. So, fucking cool fact.
Actually,
Another.
sorry, Ethel.
No, I
I
was
was
going to
just
say
gonna say-
another.
Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, I'll do it this time. Another cool fact that a lot of people don't realize is some of the killer clowns, the suits from this movie, are reused later in Ernest Scared Stupid and turned into the Trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard of that.
That's dope.
It's
Another good
awesome.
movie. Yeah.
It's awesome.
The Chiodo brothers done awesome masks and prosthetics for that movie and for Critters.
They did.
Yeah. I think on the DVD there's some cool bonus features where you can see some of their early work before they got into making these bigger films.
We'll have to check it out.
Totally.
Very cool.
It's cool to talk about, and it's a fun film. If not terrifying, it's fun. And I mean, if you're afraid of clowns, I'm sure it's terrifying.
I think it did start some people's phobia with clowns. If you're a young enough age, I think you can be. They are a little foreboding looking.
And let's see. Now, did I mention War of the Worlds already?
I don't believe so.
No.
Okay, because I mentioned War of the Worlds. That's your classic alien invasion movie. I'm, of course, talking about the first one, which is epic and still, in my opinion, the best one. Of course, there have been several other remakes and versions of this film over time. But while not completely faithful to the story, it doesn't have the tripod. The saucers are way better.
Yeah.
It is. How do you feel about it?
It's a sci-fi classic. It's one of the it's a very important film.
Do you prefer any of
I
them?
don't like the Spielberg one at all, actually. So yeah, I'm with that. I think it's my favorite one out of all of them. None of all of the other ones kind of take away the simplicity of the story. Like, to me, they always overcomplicate things.
I've heard other people say that.
I like the design for the aliens.
You're thinking the day the Earth stood still.
All right.
Oh, that's on the list too, though. The Day the Earth Stood Still is on the list. We'll probably do that one right after this one.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool to have, Brian, the Criterion for that. I don't have the Criterion version. I just have like the special edition 2 disc. But
Yeah.
still, it's great. Fun reference. Movie hosting show, movie riffing show, Mystery Science Theater actually references this movie. They have a character, Dr. Clayton Forster, which was the doctor from War of the Worlds. Just fun.
Yep.
Very cool.
That's dope.
That always trips me out when I'm watching either the movie or that TV show, because I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah.
I get my Foresters confused. But yeah, it's cool. Cool. Then of course they did a they did a not as good remake in the 90s with who the hell was in it? Jake Busey's in it, actually.
Yep. He did his best.
It's not his fault. The movie's terrible.
No, he did his best. He did.
Oh
his
yeah, the
best.
force field is pretty cool too.
The force field's real cool.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't know why it's got a show hide thing. Hopefully it's doing that. We just get to a different comment and then unhighlight it. There we go. I have technical issues, guys. Sorry, getting sidetracked. But yeah, and of course they had the budget CGI fest later on in the 2000s that gave us the tripods in a more convincing way than the last movie. I don't know. A splinter causes an infection, which causes the virus. Kind of complicated. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I don't like that Tom Cruise one at all.
Don't most people? Isn't that a lot of people's favorite one?
Yeah, a lot of people nowadays say that. It's too goddamn long. Why did that movie need to be 2.5 hours?
I'm probably weird. I actually don't like any of the movies, but I love the Jeff Wayne musical with Richard Burton narrating it.
Yeah, that one's. I forget that's a thing.
There's a
Yeah,
musical.
it's awesome.
Yeah, there's a musical.
I didn't know about
And your man from Moody Blues does a couple of the songs. Have you seen that one, Ethel? The musical version?
I've not seen the musical. This is the first I've heard of it. Now I have to see it.
Oh,
This
it's
sounds
fun.
amazing.
They done a newer one with Liam Neeson as a hologram. Forget that one. You can get both of them on DVD or you can watch them on YouTube. Check out the original one because they do a big styrofoam version of Richard Burton's head and project his face onto the head, and he talks, and they have like shadow puppet animation, and a fucking tripod walks over the audience. They had it in the Olympia. It really sucked. So I had a chance to go and see it, and I never fucking took it. And I would have loved to have seen it. There is a newer one with Liam Neeson as a hologram, but no, if you can, look for the original Jeff Wayne one on YouTube.
Cool.
I'll have to
Super
definitely have
awesome.
to check, especially if it's on YouTube. There's like no reason to not watch it. Goes for you people out there watching. Check it out. So hey, you mentioned a musical. This is a good segue to the other alien invasion movie on the list. One you might not think of right away, but you got to think of it next month because it's like the biggest month for watching this movie. But Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's an alien invasion movie.
It
Yes.
is. It
Yes, they
is.
are.
It is.
It's great.
Marty, you looked unconvinced.
No. I've another bit of a confession. I've never seen it ever.
Oh,
We are
oh
fixing
no!
that. No, we are fixing that. That is
We are
I've never
fixing
seen
that.
Should we do it for Trash Fire?
no, that's too good of a movie.
No, it's not a trash fire.
True. Well, some people say it is.
No,
I've heard the
no,
argument.
that's
Some
too good
people
of a
say it
movie.
is.
No, that needs to be
It will
fixed.
change your life.
You probably will like it, Marty.
Yeah.
You probably will like it.
I just don't like Susan Sarandon. I don't know what it is. I don't care if she's old or young. She's got a weird head. She reminds me of an old sheepdog we used to own. And it's just the sheepdog bit me, and I just ever
Wow,
since
fuck you,
I've
Susan
been against
Sarandon.
Sarandon.
She's
Yeah, but
only in
it-
a few scenes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Tim Curry's performance really makes up for it.
And meatloaf.
And
Yeah.
meat. And
Yeah,
yes.
For
Yeah.
a little bit, but Meatloaf is definitely memorable in this movie.
Yeah, no,
Whatever happened?
yeah, no, you do not watch Marty. You do not watch Rocky Horror for Brad and Janet. You watch it for the kooky characters that meet Brad and Janet.
Riff Raff, Magenta, Columbia.
I'm Columbia.
Dr. Scott.
Yeah, you gotta check it out, Marty. Don't sleep on it any longer, man. You got two versions, and I still, for life of me, I can't tell the difference between the two versions. There's the American version and there's the UK release, which is slightly longer, but I'm not sure where it's slightly longer at. But they have a great deal.
I can tell you actually.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, there is a extra 15-second little quick song at the very end of the movie when they're arriving out after the castle is taken off. There's a quick little 15-second song of Brad, Janet, and Dr. Scott. That's the only difference.
That must be where I'm realizing it. 15 seconds, and they're going to give you 2 versions. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never understood why. But yeah, those are the differences.
It's a great movie to see. Marty, we got to figure out a way for you to see this film. You guys maybe watch it in a back room.
Ooh,
I'll watch it with a rolled up newspaper, and every time Susan Sarandon comes on screen, I'll just hit her in the face.
Oh, it's okay. She's getting tortured half the movie.
Yeah.
Not physically, but mentally.
Yeah.
Better wise up, Janet Wise. But no, it's a great movie. Got to mention it because it is an alien invasion movie, which comes out of left field in the middle of the film. Oh, they're aliens?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm more on board with this. But we were just doing the crazy haunted house kind of feature type of thing, but no, they're aliens. Yeah, gotta do it, guys. So sticking with that, we'll go to a less good alien invasion movie. Guys, it's Plan 9 from outer space.
What are you talking about? Plan 9 is a masterpiece.
You got
It's
one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion.
You got Vampira.
Yep.
You got Vampira. You got Tor Johnson, and you got me saying, "What were the other 8 plans?"
Nobody knows.
You got to keep a mystery.
They never made it that far.
Nope, they never did.
It's like the classic bad movie you got to watch. Also, good staple for Halloween time because you got that scene in the cemetery. You got Vampira hamming it up. Tor also hamming it up, but I think that's his only style.
Yeah.
Makes it work for him. He makes it work for him.
Oh yeah. Trench, what are your thoughts on Plan 9?
Oh, it's good. I like fake Bela Lugosi, and but I have one thing. Why does Vampira's hands look so fake in the movie? Her hands don't look. They look like they're made out of plastic, and it's concerning.
Yeah. You're
It's
right.
the fake nails. It's the fake nails and the perspective, Trench. It's the way that's shot. They're fake nails.
It makes me uncomfortable. Like, that movie actually creeps me out in sections because of that. So it is pretty effective.
Yeah.
Trench, you should be okay so long as she doesn't give you a tuggy or anything like that. You should be fine.
Marty, what were your thoughts on Plan 9 from outer
I love
space?
it. I didn't see it initially. I saw it Wood first, and that's what introduced me to it. I said, wait. People say this is a bad movie. This is wonderful. This shows that, anyone can make a movie. For better or worse, anyone can make a movie. It's the American dream.
It really is.
It's the American dream realized. You can do anything, so long as you have the motivation. Fuck the talent. You can do anything you want.
I mean, Wood is still better than Wiseau. I mean, I love Wiseau, but Wood is better.
You're tearing me apart, Frenchy.
I'd say it's like apples to oranges. They've got 2 very different styles.
Yeah, they're very different, but I mean, could be here all night listing directors that
Why so? It's more like I'm going to make a drama and film it with a Sony Handycam. Here's my ass, by the way. You know?
Yeah. And you will like it.
So it means I could make my porn.
Yeah.
Like, all right, friend. Everything. Anyway, I'll move on. We'll move on to another cheesy film since we're sort of on the cheese kick right now. Have you guys seen this? Killers from Space.
I feel you have.
Graves. Peter Graves from Mission Impossible. He's an Air Force pilot / scientist, and he crashes his jet. And then aliens with ping pong ball eyes replace his heart, and they control his mind.
Oh shit! I have seen this movie.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
It's classic. It's a high bar.
They're going to take over the Earth with giant insects and lizards that are stock footage ripped from other science fiction films.
Yep.
And they control all these through a combination satellite dish and bug zapper.
It's very high art.
It sounds like a you movie.
It is a me movie.
Now this is public domain, and it was on my big list, but unfortunately, because I got zapped twice for the trailer, I am not going to dare try and watch it because they'll zap me for it, which is unfair because we own it. It's owned by the people. Bastards.
We should kill them, Ethel. We should kill them all.
Take away my Peter Graves,
Bastards.
It's fun. Now, Marty, you've not seen this one?
Nope. If it's got giant lizards in it, though, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep in mind they are just going to be like iguanas with spines glued to their backs.
That's the way it went, yeah. Not everyone could afford Ray Harryhausen or Mr. Bryan.
The days before animal cruelty activists. Yes, super glue that to that.
Yeah,
Let's get this
give
done.
me a Loctite with that fin. We're gonna stick it onto this fucking poor iguana here.
Hey, it's a good idea.
No, it's not.
Trent, you've not seen this either?
No, I have not, but it sounds dope.
It is. You gotta check it out. I recommend it. Try to see what else do I have on here for like classic stuff. Absolute classic. You guys have all probably seen it. This Island Earth.
Yes.
I don't think I have.
You haven't seen This Island Earth. It's great.
I don't think I have.
That's the one with the robot monster.
Oh, that you're thinking Robot Monster. No,
Yeah,
this is the one with the mutant.
I don't think I've seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Me neither.
What the fuck?
You've
Did none of you just grow up watching old bad sci-fi movies on the weekends?
Apparently not.
You've got these.
Not one.
Well, I'll paint the picture. Big-headed aliens come to Earth from a dying planet, and they want to live on Earth and coexist with people. They're invading, but they want to coexist. And they've got big heads, and they wear these clear domes on their heads, and they have slave aliens that work for them called mutants. And they look like giant bugs almost, but their brains are exposed, and they wear sensible slacks.
Yep.
Sensible slacks.
Sensible. Very sensible.
Well, any pair of slacks is sensible.
That's true.
You know, they're a sensible type of pant, you know.
Well, they
Is
see
that
their
a
seams.
special
What about
type of
crotchless slacks? What about crotchless slacks? Is that still sensible? I guess it is.
Listen, Jay. You know that. I know that. Ethel knows that. Christian, the dog down the road knows that. So why did you ask?
What are slacks? Is that a fancy type of pants?
Kind
Like
of.
dress pants.
Dress pants, yeah.
Kind of like dress pants.
Oh,
Like cats, almost.
Chinos.
Chinos, more accurate term. Oh, we got a game. guest in the back. I hope they haven't been sitting there too long.
Oh.
Excuse me. If I could let them in, that'd be great. All right, it's Art. Get in here, Art. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'm letting you in now, buddy. I'm attempting to, anyway. Add the stream. Come on, do it. There we go. Welcome back, Art.
He's not
We got
there.
Border waiting.
There's an invisible arm.
The invisible
Oh, he's
art.
there for me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Whoa.
We're hostless.
We now must take over her stream.
And
Back to the
hey,
hive.
Christian, tell us a bit more about this island Earth while Ethel has gone incognito.
She pretty much just gone over it. Big-headed aliens wearing sensible slacks. They
How
have,
big?
big-headed for not xenomorph big, but like
Bulbous.
cone head. For
Bulbous.
memory. Yeah, bigger than a cone head, but not like a xenomorph.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're nice aliens. They're polite. They know fine music. You know.
Ooh. Refined.
Exeter likes
It's also
slow songs. Never met that. Oh, we got another guest in the back. Oh, this must be Art. I hope it doesn't kick me this time. Come in.
Oh no.
Oh, Gerald. Why are you fucking with me tonight? Come on. Do it. I press the button. The menu doesn't come up. There it is. Art. There's Art. Let him in. Let him in.
There we go.
There we go. You just
Okay,
There we
fine.
go. Can y'all hear
After
me?
much trial. Art.
Can y'all hear me?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. My internet messed up,
Yay.
so that's where I wasn't on here for a while.
So yeah, Art, this island Earth, have you seen it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. It's like a classic science fiction movie. It's one of the classic Universal science fiction movies.
Black and white movie?
Nope, it's actually in Technicolor,
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it is.
which I believe was one of their early Technicolor science fiction films.
nice.
But it's got a decent soundtrack that you'll be very familiar with if you've seen any Universal movies, because it's basically their stock shit. It's like that they've used it in like Deadly Mantis. They've used it in Attack of the Creature, Revenge of the Creature. They used it in Revenge of the Creature. I think it even Ultraman. So it's very well loved soundtrack.
Nice.
You know, and speaking of which, we'll go with another classic. Maybe I should wait till Christian enters the room. He seems to be up on his classic sci-fi, but maybe you guys have seen it. Earth versus the Flying Saucers.
Damn, I haven't heard of any of these.
I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
It's essentially exactly as it sounds, and I believe some of the clips of the Flying Saucers were maybe used in Plan 9, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to think you're right on that, Ethel.
Was it the people of Earth fighting the saucers, or was it the Earth itself?
It was the people of Earth.
Okay, all right.
Militaries of Earth.
The Earth just came alive and started fighting it.
Yeah.
Like the
Mother
Earth
Earth.
itself, and it's like trying to eat like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, go. Ethel, what's the one that uses Willis O'Brien's effects? There's a famous scene where one goes crashing into the Washington Monument. There's a
I
movie.
think that's this film. I think that's Earth versus the Flying Saucers. I think that uses that effect.
Yeah, some of
Because
it.
there is a.
Some of it was Harryhausen and Willis O'Brien, and if I'm not mistaken, they use stop motion for some scenes. I could be wrong. It may be a different movie, or am I right? Is it the same movie?
You're right. I think there's 2 or 3 scenes in this that are stop motion. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I had to mention it. I didn't have enough time to rewatch it to kind of freshen up my memory. But I couldn't not mention it on this stream of all streams. Got it. We'll bounce to another invasion movie, guys. Maybe you guys have seen this one. It's more recent, 1980s, or maybe it was very early 90s. Space Invaders.
No.
Yeah. This was, I think, the second or third movie that Toby Hooper did for Canon, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
I think so. I haven't seen it.
Invaders from Mars. I could be wrong. It could be Invaders from Mars. Sorry, Ethel. I could be mixing them up.
I don't remember.
Refresh everybody's memory about this movie. Basically, you've got 8 aliens from Mars, and they're tasked with invading and taking over Earth. But the problem is they're kind of screw-ups and idiots. And to make the job, they're sent with this big robot destroyer thing. I forget what it's called, but it's basically it's basically going to do all the destroying and conquering for them. It sort of reminds me of Invader Zim. Like I feel like a inspired heavily by this.
We'll talk about it
right after trench coat.
But Trenchy, you like Invader Zim. You should see this movie. It's not exactly like it, but it's got like the same kind of sense of humor.
That's good.
And like they got a, if I remember correctly, the aliens leave Earth eventually, and they have to do it by blowing up cow manure. So it's great, you know. They have a change of heart. It's a fun movie. The costume, makeup effects, pretty good. Pretty good looking aliens, classic green aliens.
Very cool.
They got like a dopey little robot sidekick, just like in Invader Zim.
Do they pass for humans at all?
No. They try though. Like Halloween. I think it's Halloween when
do they
land.
pass better than the coneheads? Whatever they do.
The coneheads were.
I like that movie actually.
The coneheads are fucking funny.
Coneheads is awesome.
Good.
We are from France.
We are from France.
Like, if you guys haven't seen the Conehead sketches from the 70s Saturday Night Live, I encourage you to go and watch those.
What about the movie from the 90s, Ethel?
Huh?
What about the movie from the 90s with Dan Aykroyd and Jane Curtin? The same people from the Yeah. It's a cute movie. Christian hates it, but I think it's kind of cute. And Chris
Christian loves it. He just doesn't want to admit it. We know you. You can't hide from us, boy.
Oh, thank you for joining us, DMC. I hope I see you around later, man.
Bye.
Take care, dude.
Later, DMC.
But it's a lot of fun. It's a fun movie. It's comedy, but it's great. You know, you can't get enough of it. We mentioned it on a previous stream. We mentioned it on the sci-fi comedy stream, but it's worth mentioning here because it is an alien invasion type movie.
Yeah. Does
I guess we'll get
Mars Attack account?
Yeah, Mars Attacks. It's on the list. We'll bounce back to
Yay.
Mars Attacks. Then we'll get to Invader Zim because I know Trent would like to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Mars Attacks, guys. What'd you guys think of that film?
Now that's a good movie. That's a funny movie.
I'm not a fan of it, if I'm going to be honest. I like the visual effects of it, but it's never been a particularly favorite one of mine. It's fine, but if I'm going to be honest, it's never been a favorite of mine.
I had a bunch of the toys, the action figures. You have any of those, Marty?
No, but I actually have some of the original collector's cards.
Oh.
The actual movies based on, and there's I got a book, and it's weird. There was like two subsets from it. There was Mars Attacks, there was Bugs Attacks, and then there was Dinosaur Attacks, and they were incredibly gory. It's amazing the shit children were allowed to collect back in the like fucking.
Do you know how much cool shit your boyfriend has, Jen? This man has all kinds of crazy cool shit.
But no, as far as the movie goes, Ethel, it's fun. There's some good moments, but it's definitely not one of Burton's best. There is some funny gags with like the alien dressing as a prostitute.
That's
trying to
funny.
get into the White House.
That shit was funny.
No, not Tom Jones. Who was fucking? Who was it? Conrad Whitty? Is it? And I fall. The music, the really bad fucking music they played to make.
And there's the one soldier guy. There's the one soldier guy that was all like gung ho fight for America the whole time. But then when the aliens showed up, he was like, he waved the American flag. I surrender. It's like
that was Jack Blackheart.
That was fucking
in an
funny.
early role.
Yeah.
They had a lot of good cast choices for this movie, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it's very much a comedy. You know, you can't go into it expecting it to be like some of these other movies where they're serious. But you know, I like it. It's got that obvious humor. I have a good old-fashioned VHS, so that's always nice.
Nice.
Trench, what did you think of Mars Attacks?
Oh, it's good. Like, there's a lot of nice cameos in it, and the aliens look funny, and I like it when they just start killing people. Like, and they turn them into skeletons. It's dope. It's a fun little movie.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially if you're fucking stoned or something, you know, then it's just different, man.
So, you know, there's that. It's cool. It has a lot of good merchandise involved around it. Guys, I'm gonna turn it over to one I know Trenchy is really, really fond of. Invader Zim, animated, but still an invasion movie.
You can heat it up.
Right? Educate me, Trench. I don't know anything about this one.
It's about this alien who's like exiled from his kind because he's a screw up and he has to take over the world. So him and his robot dog Gur go to Earth and disguise themselves as humans. But this kid named like Dib, I think his name is, knows he's an alien and onto him, but he can never like prove he's right. And there's an episode where Gur is Zim is stealing people's body parts and replacing them with random objects he finds around the school. It's great.
Sick.
Yeah, it's got a very dark humor to it for a kids show, and that is of course because it's created by Jonan Vasquez, the creator of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Which if you haven't read the comic series, I recommend. Like it's. I wish that had been made into a show. They'd have to do it on HBO or Showtime or something because of how violent it is. But. Or
FX or something.
Like Like it is full of like blood and guts and murder and swearing and insanity and like
You're
it's
turning me
crazy.
on, Ethel. Calm down.
Like, right, like you gotta read it at some point. I think it's probably available online. Marty, what would you say about that comic book series since we're talking about it briefly?
Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Yeah,
I someone asked me to give a description of it. I'm like, it's imagine if you crossed the
Sounds
Crow
good.
with Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it. It's the Crow meets Looney Tunes. It's fun.
That sounds sick.
it is. The basic premise is you've got this character named Tony, and he's obviously mentally imbalanced, and we, the reader, don't know if he's just a regular crazy person or if the thing behind the wall is what's making him crazy, and he has to kill people to get blood for the thing behind the wall. But he has a lot of zany incidences around that. He murders an entire restaurant full of people with a
I
spork.
like him already.
There's that.
Like him already. Good man.
Oh, hey, Full Moon.
Yo,
Hey,
Moon.
Moon.
Full Moon here.
Hey, Moon.
I'll buy him a beer.
Welcome.
If you like Invader Zim, you should check that out. Jonah
Here's to
Vasquez
the
did that. He also did a spin-off comic for that called T, which is about Johnny's neighbor.
Very cool.
So
Nice.
always cool to talk about these things back in the day. But eventually got a job for Nickelodeon and Invader Zim, which is how it all came up. Very funny. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Worth it. Moving along. Another kind
Hey,
of
Kubrick.
alien. Another alien invasion kind of movie. Sort of. I mean, it's not your typical aliens. Basically. But Marty, would you like to, I know you love this film. Would you like to talk about it a little bit?
Sorry, I can't hear you, Ethel. Hang on a minute.
Is it on my end?
No, it's not your end. Were you talking about the 1987 Predator?
Yeah, the Predator film / franchise. Because I know you're a huge fan.
So yeah, essentially, you have a hunter coming down from space, going after the most dangerous game, a group of combat soldiers, and essentially the original story by the Thomas brothers was that one human was going to be captured, and it was going to be several different aliens hunting this human. But then they realized, okay, we'll never have a budget to do that. So you have the Rastafarian warrior coming down, hunting Arnie and a group of commandos. And yeah, it's a kick-ass movie. It introduces us to a very interesting and deadly adversary. I like the design. The design was very, very different from from what was originally intended. The original design looked more like a Power Ranger villain. It looked like a giant bug, and it was also going to be acted by Jean-Claude Van Damme, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is shit." So they got Stan Winston, and Stan Winston was on a plane with James Cameron coming back from a press tour, a press junket of Aliens. And Cameron was like, I always wanted to see something with mandibles. And James Cameron, or Stan Winston was like, yeah, so fucking what? So, and he was like, yeah, that's actually a fucking good idea. So we ended up getting the Yautja Warrior, which is this big 8 foot tall Rastafarian tusk monsters who hunts people for sport. I like Predator. Predator 2 is awesome, and Predator's
Yeah.
good.
Kubrick's right about that. You're the go-to guy for Predator.
Yeah, the Predator though. I don't like what they done with the mythology. I don't like the fact that
they
they kind of dumped the tribesman element. What you're essentially getting is a ritualistic tribal hunter who comes down and goes after his enemy. One thing, actually, in all the movies, it's actually the Predator's arrogance that defeats it, not actually the hero. In the first one, it corners Arnie and thinks it's got him like fucking dead to rights. Then the second one, they think that fucking Danny Glover's dying, so he goes in to fucking make the kill. And Predators, it's so busy kind of toying with Royce, it doesn't realize Isabel has her rifle trained in him. So yeah, they're a cool species. What you get is a race of hunters who are essentially going after their favorite sport, which is man. We also get the AVP movies. Good elements, but if you want good elements from that universe, check out the comics, check out the video games. If you're drunk or high or fucking just want to pass 2 hours, watch the first one. The second one, yeah. But yeah,
not even high. Not even high would I watch.
Yeah, but there is a new one coming out next year, and it's going to be set in pre-colonial America, with a group of Comanches hunting predators, fighting predators, and we're going to see a predator duke it out with a grizzly bear. So I'm excited.
That sounds fucking badass.
Yeah.
Now that sounds like something. Yeah.
So yeah, Predator franchise.
I can dig that.
Let me check it out. Very cool.
Cool.
Oh, hey Kelly. What's up?
Oh, howdy, friend. But yeah, no, it's a classic action science fiction movie. A lot of people categorize it as horror. I've heard Marty make the case that it's actually an action movie, and I'm inclined to agree. It is more of an action movie, especially
Kill me
the second
now.
one.
I'm here. Kill me.
Danny,
Do it now.
especially in the second one, where you got Danny Glover with the car there in that first scene, like definitely.
Yeah, the first one is basically an alien that's been dropped into Commando, and the second one's essentially an alien that's been dropped into Lethal Weapon. That's
a good way to put it, actually. I dropped it into Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit.
And it's a good turn on the theme, because most of these movies you've got groups of aliens, an alien force invading, take over the Earth. These movies, you just have aliens coming to Earth to hunt a group of people or one person at a time for fun.
yeah.
It's great. So I guess that would make it more of a visitation than an invasion.
They're tourists.
Yeah.
Come for the safari.
There is one line in the last movie that I enjoy by Sterling K. Brown. He goes, "Yeah, just watch yourself, men. Their idea of tourism is fucking us up," and I just like that.
I think the Adrian Brody movie is underrated.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's
really good.
I saw it in the theater. I thought it was fucking dope.
It's good. The first three are good, and hopefully the next one will be good.
So yeah, it's worth it. Got to mention it. Had to. It's like a staple. The whole sub split genre. If you want to call it that. Another one I got to mention, guys. Looking through my list here, I got quite a few on here, as you know. Got to mention District 9. The fun little alien song.
That's wicked.
But what do you guys think of this movie?
It's good. It made me cry, I think. Yeah. At the end.
Well, it is sad at the end.
It is. And I'm a pussy. Whatever.
Yeah. No. It's good to be in touch with your feelings, Art. But It's the movie that teaches us that aliens love cat food.
I liked it because it was a commentary on apartheid and like what Blomkamp saw going on. And again, it's one of the classic things of sci-fi being used to kind of satirize political or social messages. Because I think that's one great thing about sci-fi. When done right, when done wrong, like the newer episodes of Doctor Who, which we'll get to, it can be a fucking disaster.
Oh no. What have I been missing the last 5 years?
Quite a lot. Quite a lot.
Dear.
Oh
dear.
But it's I had to mention it because it is another one of those where it turns the monster isn't the alien. It's us guys. We're the monster. Fucking asshole humans. Goddamn. What are you gonna do? I got another movie on the list. This isn't a visitation. This is an invasion. And this one maybe not as popular as you would think it is, but Slither, guys.
That's a great movie.
I love that movie. I forget that's an alien movie, but yeah, that movie's great.
How do you forget that that's an alien movie?
I just forget, man. It's so good.
Okay.
Wow. Like, ugh. Makes you not want to
It
have
sounds
a
more like a. I can see the confusion because it sounds more like a bug movie than an alien movie. It's like Slither.
I guess like
I always forget that. Like, think back.
Oh, sorry, Christian.
You just are in your bath.
Oh no, yeah.
You're just in your bath, and then I guess you men don't have to worry about it, though. Although there are other orifices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could go. Totally other orifices that they could get you with. You got Slither. In the same vein as Slither, I gotta mention it because it's also an invasion movie. It's also alien. The Faculty.
Faculty, yeah.
Guaranteed to jack you up.
Fun.
Fucking Josh Hartnett. Fucking awesome. Why would he call the drug scat? Like, I don't want to snort shit up my nose. Like his white powder.
There's not product marketing on his side, huh, Art?
They just crushed up caffeine pills. Like, what the fuck is that? I want my money back. Fucking bastard.
So, got that. Another movie, another invasion type movie, and I've mentioned this one previously, but it's to be mentioned again. Virus.
Oh yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, that's a good one. The electronic kind of alien.
You guys' thoughts on Virus?
I saw it in the theater. My mother took me, and it was fucking awesome. I had some of the toys for that too.
Yeah, Trademasters.
Yeah.
We done the Godzilla and the Lost in Space. They done the figures for that.
You see what? And back in the day, Christian, we used to play with toys.
That movie.
The stupid.
It's a classic. I feel like that's another one that's underrated. Nobody ever talks about Virus, but it had a lot of great moments and it had cool stuff.
It had what's his name? The Lost
Donald
Boys
Sutherland.
guy's father.
Donald Sutherland.
Oh yeah, Donald Sutherland. Yeah.
It's definitely a cool concept. I like it because you've got machines, you've got electronic virus taking over all the equipment on this Russian ship and using people as spare parts.
Yep.
Okay.
No, the best part is when they explain that they think we are the virus.
Yeah.
They think
Yeah.
humans
It's
are a
based on
virus.
an actual Dark Horse comic book by I think John Wagner or Randy Stradley, and it's basically he wanted to do his own version of the thing, and you can see the kind of the parallels in the comic to and how it made its way onto the big screen. Also, I love Donald Sutherland's Newfoundland accent. It's like a terrible Irish accent.
Oh yeah. And he's so hell bent about getting his money back by like, if there's anyone on this ship, we're gonna just kill him.
It's like,
And we just claim it as ours.
Captain, we should leave. No, fuck that. This woman here, her and her husband, Dr. fucking Frankenstein, murdered
That's
the fucking crew.
like Igor fucking Frankenstein there.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
some fancy medical experiment gone wrong, isn't it? You're trying to cover it up.
This into harbor.
Oh man, that's fucking great. Russian super lab ship. Robotics and shit. Why are they building a shitload of robotics way out in the middle of the ocean? What?
Got that?
What? Never
It's
got it.
like parts from the ship.
Yeah.
They weren't building the robots, Art. The virus, the AI, the alien AI started cannibalizing.
You know, it's like it's an
human
advanced ship.
My favorite. What was his name? Was his name Cookie or no Blanket or the black guy that goes
Yeah,
kind of
and
crazy
the
at the end?
parts from the ship. It's
He builds the bomb. Yeah. I graduated top of my class. You ain't getting me.
oh yeah, he goes postal. He's like,
Yeah,
oh,
he starts-
hell no. He starts kicking down the doors and shooting shit.
Yeah.
They invent that ejector seat. That's fucking.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Oh, it has one of those brothers.
I have
All the
small delay, guys.
those
so if I
brothers that are
interrupt you,
actors.
I apologize in advance.
Bald one. One of the bald ones.
Yes. So we covered that. Another alien invasion kind of movie, which it sort of goes both ways, where you've got humanity are the invaders and the aliens are the invaders, and they're also giant bugs. Starship Trooper.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Verhoeven.
Verhoeven.
I just love him as a director.
Yeah. Great movie. So really damn good.
Two girls, Jen. Is it
And they
two
whip
girls?
the dude with the bullwhip thing. Yikes. Episode. Oh, the brain bug that looks like it has a vagina mouth at the end.
Yeah.
Gotta
Live forever.
gotta
That's awesome. Was it Denise Richards and that one blonde actress? I forget her name.
Denise
Yeah,
Richards,
you got-
Stephen Meyer.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We got Doogie Howser in there. He's
Oh,
in
yeah.
his class
Oh.
all over again. Only
Oh yeah, he was like straight up psychic, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it's okay. I've got a delay. Sorry. Yeah,
It went against
he
the
can
book.
control
didn't it?
ferrets.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting power.
Oh, it was a book first.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, it was a book.
Yeah, James Cameron
Yeah.
actually made the actors and aliens read it to prepare
Mhm.
for their role. It came out in the 50s, I think.
Yeah. 50s, late 40s, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Oh, it's an old book. Fuck.
Yeah.
Was it as much action in the book as the movie?
The book is a weird thing. It is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the book's a weird thing. The book and the movie have two. The book is almost neo-fascist, whereas the movie is very anti-fascist. So
This was made by Verhoeven.
yeah. The book and the movie are very different entities.
Yeah. On purpose too.
Yeah. The directors of the movie purposely wanted to do something entirely different against the book.
Yeah.
That was just a fun movie, though. When it came out.
It's a really fun movie.
Just fun.
Unisex topless showers.
Remember how it was they were kind of getting the kids into fighting, like kind of propaganda, and they were like crushing cockroaches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, do your part in the battle against
I'm doing
bugs. And they're like crushing the fucking cockroaches.
Yeah, I love that.
But
I
yeah,
love
the
that
movie.
young.
And says like this is no big deal.
Yeah,
He tells the cast that
Yeah.
this is no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie not so subtle as the book may have been, but it was it had a different message for sure. And it was decent. It's decent. It's good B movie.
Fun as hell.
At the end of the day, that's what a movie's job is to be, is fun.
Yeah.
And entertainment.
Oh, it succeeded
Yeah.
completely.
They don't all have to be masterpieces, I guess is what I'm saying.
No.
But we got giant bugs. What's
The
not to
sequels
love?
Sucked. So
Yeah, the sequel's
Yeah.
great.
that's just
Do not recommend the sequels. But since we're talking about movies with giant bugs, let's stick with the giant movie theme. We're gonna slip into Japan land for a little bit, guys. Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. This is an alien invasion movie.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the little people in his head? The little people are in the robot Godzilla's head?
Is it?
what?
Not
That's it.
that one. That's the one. Oh shit! Sorry, Christian. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Ethel.
I was gonna say that's not in this one. That's in the later one. This is the first one where he's being remotely controlled by the space apes from the black hole galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, Jen.
I said
God damn
nothing.
it.
I said nothing.
Perverts.
It's funny.
Perverts. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Fun movie. Very cool movie. This is one of my favorites out of the Godzilla franchise, actually. And you got a friggin' giant robot Godzilla made of space titanium with space apes in control, trying to invade the Earth, trying to frame up Godzilla. They're hemming him up. They're making him to be the bad guy. Like, I mean,
There's a lot going on in that shit, isn't it?
There is.
I'm already confused.
oh, there's so much. There's also a prophecy.
So
And they
Godzilla's
have
a
to go-
robot now?
Huh?
Godzilla's a robot now?
No,
No, not
he's
the
got a
actual
robot.
Godzilla.
Oh, okay. It's not actually Godzilla.
No, the aliens from the black hole galaxy, they come down to Earth and they built a giant robot Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, and they made him out of space titanium. So he's really
I'm
durable.
lacking on my Godzilla knowledge.
They've given him missiles. Oh yeah, they've given him missiles and lasers, and rockets.
And spins.
Jen, if you were to travel into space, would you want to try and get to the black hole galaxy? Would
Sure.
you try and get right in there?
Yeah.
Like, how far into the black hole galaxy would you go?
As deep as I could, Marty. As deep as I could.
Marty, how far would you go into Uranus? You know?
I don't know.
How far wouldn't you go?
Well, you got to work up to it, though. You can't just try to do it all in one night. I know that for sure. You got to work up to it.
Marty's getting pegged. I can see it on his face.
No.
Sorry, Marty.
Fuck you, Art. Fuck you.
There it comes. Cyber pegging.
okay.
She's gonna have the VR headset on. You're gonna be
I give you the reach around. You'll be okay.
Oh, wait, that's what. Oh no!
Now Trench realizes what's going on. Oh, he activates. Oh,
but anyway, getting back to the movie. This had a sequel, Terror of Mechagodzilla. Basically, they salvage the wreckage of Mechagodzilla. Aliens come back. They recruit a scientist. They turn his daughter into sort of a cyborg robot. It's a thing. It's a thing. We got that. Continuing on with Godzilla, you've got which this actually came first. I should have mentioned it first, but you got Ghidra, the three-headed monster, which you've got a giant egg from outer space landing down. I think it's a meteor, but it's an egg. It's magnetic, and what's inside? But Ghidra, a very not friendly alien.
Did they take that from mythology? I know that's a stupid question.
That one's classic. Did they what now?
I was asking Christian if they took the three-headed monster from mythology, which it's a dumb question, but I'm not very well versed. I'm not like Christian. I don't know my Godzilla at all, so I'm not as versed as the boy.
exactly. Godzilla's
There's a lot of metaphors.
lacking.
Oh shit! I got to talk about Godzilla, guys. You have to, because aliens are like essential to this franchise.
Yeah.
They're in so many movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I totally get that. I just was asking Christian. I was just asking him one of my dumb questions because he knows everything about Godzilla.
It's not a dumb question. It's got roots in mythology. It's also a metaphor. Like I've heard people deconstruct it to where basically Ghidra is like a metaphor for China and the conflict that Japan has with China.
Okay.
So
oh, cool.
I've heard that. I don't know if that's necessarily true. It's kind of a lot to put on a kid's movie, but that's all right. So whatever. But I like it. And you get another movie with aliens from the Godzilla franchise. You've got Invasion of the Astral Monsters. Oh, we lost Art. Gone.
Yep, gone.
Gone.
I'm not forgotten.
You got Invasion of the Astral Monsters, and basically, what this is aliens come to Earth and they want to borrow Godzilla and Rodan and bring them to their planet. Why do they want to do this? Because they want to fight Monster X, supposedly.
Monster X.
Ghidra again.
Okay.
Which is Ghidra.
Yeah, it's just Ghidra again.
Ghidra.
Is Ghidra like bad?
Yeah.
So they bring them back, and then they take advantage of the absence of Godzilla and Rodan to attack Earth and try to invade it and rule it. And well, bad things result. And we'll fast forward. Godzilla and Rodan come back to whoop ass again.
Very cool.
Yep.
Cool. Moving along, same franchise. Same franchise. You got Destroy All Monsters. That's a classic for the franchise. You got aliens coming back to Earth, and this time they're controlling the monsters and making them destroy the Earth for them.
Are those the ape-faced ones again, or are they a different alien race?
A different alien race. I think these are the cockroach aliens.
Yeah, these are the cockroach aliens.
Cockroach aliens?
Yeah, cockroach aliens.
Hey, Ethel, Brian wants to know what your favorite Godzilla film is. Of all time.
Of all time, It's very difficult for me to pick. I really like Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. I also really like Godzilla 1985. And then on top of all that, I really like the three-headed monster. So it's very difficult for me to choose. But it would be one of the three, depending on my mood.
Yeah.
I think Art's in the back.
Art's in the back. Let me let you back in, Art. Sorry. I never said I had less than 4 guests when you left, so I always thought it was false. Let me let you in. If it'll let me let you in, hold on. Be patient. I'm working on it. Add the stream. Get him in here. Did it add him or what? Add him to stream, goddammit.
Come back.
Technical difficulties make for a great show. There we go. But yeah, so that'd be my answer for that. Is it's difficult. Yes, Brian. Godzilla is influenced by the atomic bomb. It's the original Godzilla movie, Gojira. Big metaphor for the atomic bomb. That's what it's all about. In fact, in some shots, his head sort of looks like a mushroom cloud.
Yep.
But I like the sequels better because they're more fun, and like that's what I feel like these films are about. Are fun. Like, yeah, you can have a cryptic message if you want, but the fun is where it's at. So yeah, you got, I mentioned Ghidra three-headed monster, Invasion of the Astral monster, Destroy All Monsters, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. You've got to mention it, have to, because he's in the thumbnail. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla.
Yep.
Is that a good one?
Christian, I've gone on and on, Christian. Would you like to talk a little bit about Space Godzilla?
Okay, Godzilla versus Space. Okay, so Space Godzilla needs a little bit of context. So Space Godzilla happens when the cells of Godzilla get thrown into space. Now you might be asking, how did they get into space? Well, they landed on Mothra's wing, and when she went into space at the end of her own trilogy in the 90s movies, that made Space Godzilla. He's an evil.
How?
Because space.
How?
Space.
You're just going to keep
He's a
saying
giant
space.
spiky Godzilla that kidnapped.
Do they need a lab?
No, he's a giant spiky Godzilla who comes down to Earth and is like, I'm going to steal your kid, real Godzilla. And he did. And then Godzilla has to go fight and get his kid back along with a proto Mechagodzilla, but like a little robot tank thing that the government did.
Question: Did the Space Godzilla try to make the real Godzilla kid love him?
No, he just was like, "Yo, I don't like you, real Godzilla. I'm gonna take your kid."
So it's essentially taken with Godzilla.
In a way, yes, it is taken with Godzilla.
Replaced Liam Neeson with Godzilla and those evil Iranians. With Space Godzilla. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, if there was an evil space Liam Neeson that
sounds interesting.
If it was an evil space Liam Neeson that came and took his daughter instead, then yeah, that's pretty much it's Godzilla's version of Taken.
Does Godzilla do I don't know who you are?
No, he does not do the Liam Neeson thing.
Damn it, that would have made it a better movie.
And Space Godzilla, very powerful. He can fly, he's got psychic powers, and he can grow giant crystals from the ground, which feed his power.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see Liam Neeson fucking do that, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's interesting to note. It's interesting to note Mogira. That's the sort of proto Mechagodzilla in this film is actually a character from another Toho movie called The Mysterians, where you've got aliens called the Mysterians who land on Earth and they try to destroy the Earth with their giant organic robot monster Mogira, who looks exactly like this one. He's more of a gold color.
Mogira?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confused.
It's a reference
And he's
to an
an
old
alien.
movie. It's basically, you can chalk it up.
Yeah.
It's a reference to an older.
Cool.
Toho loves doing that.
And if you play the Godzilla games for the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube, Godzilla.
Oh, those are old. Older.
Godzilla Melee. And if you play the NES Godzilla game, the first one, the good one, you got Mogira in that. So he makes a few appearances here and there.
Has anyone played that one game that, since we're talking about the aliens, that destroy all humans?
Yeah, I played it back when it came out.
Oh, I have not.
Solid. It's fun.
It was good. It was fun. Yeah.
It felt like a lot like Mars Attacks the game. Because I've seen it.
Kinda.
Looked a lot.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a little saucer flying around. Laser and shit.
So you got that. That's Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. Also, gonna mention probably not the last Godzilla movie I'm gonna mention, but I'm gonna mention it. Godzilla vs. Dagon.
Mm-hmm.
The Dagon is an alien from outer space. From the Space Hunter M nebula.
Is that the fucker with the beak and
That's
the
the
drill and the saw for a hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that'd be Geigen.
It's like a bird?
Yeah, it's like a bird with like a circular saw on its stomach, and in later movies he has chainsaws for hands.
But in this
Fucking
movie, he's got hands.
Yeah, he has hooked hands in the original, but yeah, later on he gets chainsaws. It's great.
It's a lot of fun. He was also in Godzilla vs. Megalon, which Megalon is not an alien. He's from Sequopia, but you know. And of course, the last Godzilla movie I'll mention, I promise, this is the last Godzilla I'll mention, Godzilla 2000, where he legit fights a flying saucer asteroid that turns into a flying saucer with eyes and legs, and then turns into fucking Orga, a giant monster, big mouth,
I have that
and
one.
a laser beam.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one, but apparently I need to.
Big mouth.
You should.
I can do that.
Not the best. Like, the dubbing is kind of crappy for this one, even though it was
It just sounds crazy.
Like, I've listened to the commentary from the director, and he's kind of a douchebag, which maybe explains some of the choices that were made for the English version. So
Yeah.
I would recommend watching it in Japanese if you could somehow find a dub that's Japanese and not in English. Might be a bit better. And the CGI that they use is really early CGI, and it looks kind of bad, but oh well.
Very cool.
Yeah, Godzilla's got like a big fucking catalog of weird space kind of critters.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not even all of them.
Oh God, there's
There's a lot more aliens in the Godzilla franchise.
Marty, is that the character from the first movie that you got standing up there?
No, that's a guy I made myself.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
nice.
Say what? Oh. But, in keeping with this theme, I got a couple other movies I got to mention. Also Japanese movies. The X from Outer Space. Have you guys seen this movie?
I've always wanted to, but I haven't, sadly.
No.
It's crazy. Like, it's the same kind of plot. Aliens want to invade. They use a giant monster. They use the X from Outer Space, who's this big dorky-looking alien with like a antenna thing on his head, and it's just you got to see it to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
I had to mention that one. In keeping with that, I'm going to also mention a couple older movies. Another Japanese one I got to mention, Battle in Outer Space, which features the same space station from the Mysterians. So that's kind of a fun connection there.
Yeah.
And this is basically aliens try to invade Earth by shooting gravity rays to the surface of the Earth to destroy, stuff. And some of the footage from this movie was used in War of the Gargantuans.
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
Which is not alien-based movie, but still a fun one if you like kaiju flicks.
Let's not forget the best alien movie, Plan 9 from Outer Space. No, just playing.
We mentioned that.
Oh, you did? Y'all got it.
Oh, good.
Ed Wood just calls you up. Hey, my movie's on TV. Why don't you change to the channel and watch it?
For sure. Another Japanese movie. They're almost the same movie, but I'll do one at a time. We got Prince of Space. Have you guys seen it?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh man, you've got the evil alien from planet Crankor, and they've got sort of big noses, and they wear tight pants with no cups. And they fly in a giant roast chicken, and they do battle with Prince of Space, who's a mild-mannered bootblack, who's also a single father.
Everything you say is sold me on this movie.
I do have to check out this movie.
He flies around in his space car, and he runs around fighting these aliens, and he keeps saying, "Your weapons have no effect on me or my ship."
So he's like Marvin the Martian, kind of.
Sure.
That's
And the aliens keep firing at him with their weapons, and the weapons don't have any effect on him. It's very cheesy. It's very funny. Basically, the whole premise is the alien. Kind of like the whole premise is the aliens are here to steal experimental rocket fuel that apparently they couldn't invent themselves.
Very cool.
Brian's in the chat.
It's very cheesy, but it's fun.
Ryman. Cooper Clover.
I saw these dropping bars.
Yeah, he is. He's fucking.
If John were here, he could be eating these. Brian, you should save these and bring them up on John's thing later on. I'd like to hear him rap about this shit.
Hell yeah.
The other movie, which I mentioned a minute ago, which is sort of like Prince of Space, you've got Invasion of the Neptune Men, where you've got these cone-headed kind of aliens that look like they're made of metal, and they're from Neptune. They come down to Japan, and they do battle with Space Chief, who's remarkably a lot like Prince of Space. And there's a lot of cheesy bad kung fu. Yeah, Marty?
Would these been kind of Shaw Brothers-esque movies, or would they be more like the Sentai kind of? Would they be kind of influences of the Sentai kind of movies, or would they be parallel to the Sentai movies?
They're a lot like a Super Sentai series, except way lower budget. And just at the end of the day, they're really silly, but I like them. They're fun. They're fun.
Yeah.
It's cool.
He's saving them on his computer. He's good.
Oh, sweet. definitely bring him up when we get on John's channel. I don't know if he's going live tonight or not, but definitely like next time you're on John's, like bring him up. I would attempt to do the rap thing, but like Brian, you know me, I can't rap. Come on.
I ain't fucking doing it and being the white guy that tries to rap and fails.
You know, I'm from Maine. What do you think I'm gonna do? I got nothing. But continuing with the Japanese stuff, just to round it out, I'll end with the Japanese stuff after this, and we'll go back to like regular stuff you guys probably have seen. But I can't not mention it. Ultraman, guys.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Ultraman.
Christian's baby.
Yes.
The whole show. The whole franchise. Guys, you've heard me talk about Ultraman in the past. Maybe I turn it over to Christian, let him have some fun with it, give my voice a rest.
Keep it under 2 hours, darling.
Ultraman is one of the most important things that Japan ever made in the 60s, because like it really was kind of groundbreaking, because it was basically taking the high budget Godzilla films and stuff like that and turning it into a weekly televised series, which is really impressive that they were able to get the same level of effect and quality down into just that into that sort of runtime for a TV show. It's really impressive. It's fun. It's goofy. There's some really, really stupid monster designs in it. There's some really great ones. There's some that are just Godzilla suits spray painted purple. It's awesome.
Fucking Jiris, Godzilla with the fringe on.
Yep.
Who's the good guy?
Ultraman, of course.
Who's the bad guy?
Generic alien monsters.
Is Godzilla ever come in?
No, different things, the same company. But yeah, sometimes they literally were just Godzilla suits spray painted because they had to make it. They had to come up with 64 episodes of this. Yeah, it's
E.T., go home. I really do hate you. I don't need to stand and berate you. Get on the ship. You don't want to be late. You know that really is your fate. Yo.
Or do your mother?
Or your mother.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Ultraman's fantastic. It's a great series.
Do you have any favorites?
Well, the original series is great. All of the 60 series are good. Some of the newer series are pretty good.
No, that's not Sentai, right?
No, different companies.
Okay. I don't know the difference.
But yeah.
Pit.
I'm picking up good vibration.
And there's, but they're still coming out with more Ultraman. They've got a brand new movie coming out, Shin Ultraman.
Oh yeah, Shin Ultraman.
Have you seen it?
No, it hasn't come out yet, but I'm super excited for it.
Oh, cool.
My delay is back. That's unfortunate. Someone on my list. To spin things back to America, guys. We got another giant monster from space movie. We got Cloverfield. You guys got any thoughts on Cloverfield?
Cloverfield's fun. How do you feel about Cloverfield?
It's fine.
I don't think I ever saw it. It's a giant monster,
Yeah,
but you don't see it.
they kind of try and explain it in later movies, but no, just stick with the original.
Yeah.
I like the second one better. Mainly because of
Independence Day, Kubrick says. Oh shit,
no.
Ethel.
Uh-oh.
Trying to fix the
Oh, no.
Probably trying to fix it below.
So Independence Day.
Tell everyone your Independence Day story.
I still haven't completely seen the whole
I know.
movie. I still haven't completely seen the whole movie. So I've seen a chunk of it and I fell asleep. Will Smith seemed fine. He was dating a stripper?
You do not remember this movie.
Okay.
Will Smith.
I don't. I wasn't that impressed.
Is that how it went?
We've
Really?
already gone over Independence Day, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
the first one I hit.
Why'd you bring it up if you hate it that much?
Sometimes it's fun to talk about things you hate.
Yeah.
too.
Don't
Here's
worry,
one-
Brian. I don't like your either.
Wait,
I
wait.
got your back.
Here's a movie everybody loves. Masters of the Universe. This is an alien invasion movie.
Yeah.
Technically, they are aliens.
I've never thought about it, but I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I never have
They're
thought
from
about it.
planet-
Yeah, they're from a different planet. Technically, they're aliens.
But
Yeah, they're dating. Smarty.
About Masters of the Universe?
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed it. It was kind of annoying. It took place more on Earth than Eternia. Frank Langella done a great job. He did it so he wanted to impress his kid. He took his kid to the screening. The kid fell asleep during the private screening of the movie. Dolph Lundgren has said on 4 interviews he hates the movie, and on 8 other interviews he loves the movie and it come back. And the character Gwildor was made because they couldn't find a way to make Orko fly. So it's a fun movie. And they actually reference it. They reference it in the new cartoon as well, which I like.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ethel.
No, I was just thinking, I don't understand. That's such a lame excuse. They couldn't make Orko fly. Just film him against a green screen and composite him in later. Like,
Ethel, it
solved.
was canon. It was
Yeah, that's
canon.
canon.
Like you could, like they made those stupid saucer things you stand on fly around. They could have done that with Orko. I'm not accepting that as an answer. Same technique.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
they could have made Orko
Right.
disabled and put him in
But
a
you can-
wheelchair.
Say what?
Disabled Orko.
Okay. Trench, say that again for Ethel, because you missed that one.
Oh, I said they could have made Orko disabled and put him in a wheelchair, and that would explain why he couldn't fly.
They could have done that. They could have done that.
Or
But the wheelchair can fly. The wheelchair can fly, and that's it totally undoes the whole reason.
So it's Mac and me. Yeah.
Fucking Mac and Me. Has anyone talked about Mac and Me yet?
Oh, we've
Yeah.
talked about Mac and me.
Or has anyone talked about a movie called Fire in the Sky? An alien movie
Oh shit!
I've never.
with the T-1000
No.
dude in it?
We haven't talked about fly.
Fire in the Sky is pretty good.
Would you like to take this one, Art?
No.
Actually, Ethel, have you seen a fantastic indie kind of movie? And it's a very niche cult following. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai in the 8th Dimension. Peter Weller, Jeff Goldblum, Ron Lithgow, Clancy Brown, Christopher Lloyd. It's fucking awesome.
I
Have you seen
haven't seen it. I haven't seen it because I saw Ready Player One, and then I was like, yeah, I'm all set with this.
Oh, you gotta see Buckaroo Banzai in the 8th Dimension.
You would love it, that's all.
Yeah, so Peter
well, I
Weller
will
plays a
check it
nuclear
out.
physicist / rock star / ninja.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll definitely have to check it out. But as far as movies on my list, we're getting close to the end of the list, guys. We got another friendly visitation movie on the list. We got Batteries Not Included.
I like that one.
Little tiny robot.
I used to confuse that one with Cocoon as well, because I think some of the actors who appeared in Cocoon appeared in that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun in that one. Oh, yes, Brian, I have seen it. You're not missing much for not seeing it. I thought it was kind of terrible.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's
Ready Player One.
Wait, what was terrible?
Ready Player One was terrible.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see it.
It's not great.
Have you guys talked about Alien Nation yet? Oh, okay. I haven't missed it yet, have I?
Pop culture reference, the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is. It's there's no substance to it.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's a dumb movie. Just dumb.
You hate it, right?
Yeah, I hate Ready Player One, the book and the movie.
But the book's better than the movie.
No, the movie's better than the book somehow.
Oh.
Somehow.
Well,
I've never read the book.
The book is.
I've never seen the movie either.
The author's a piece of shit. The author's a chauvinistic piece of shit.
Yeah.
Who he talks about how he's friends with George R. R. Martin and got to borrow George R. R. Martin's DeLorean. The guy is probably the dude's probably a fella who wanks off to the sound of his own voice.
Yeah. No. It's not bad writer.
That happens a lot in Hollywood.
I mean, how come because I know some people say it's like a book or like a Bible.
Because pop culture references.
I've always wondered that because I've heard some people say like the book is like genius.
No.
Hey, look, we've got Chucky, we've got Yarn Giant, we've got Mecha Godzilla, we've got Duke Nukem, we've got Harley Quinn, we've got Deadpool, we've got great. That's fine. That's good. That does not make a fucking story. Just go. Yeah. That's like just going to fucking Planet Hollywood and looking at all the photos on the fucking wall. That does not make a good restaurant.
The story is stupid. Say what?
I said Space Jam 2 thinks it does.
Yeah. They're basically the same movie if you really at some points.
Yeah.
Same quality of look.
I think a movie that did a better job with using characters from different franchises and like being successful with having a fun story would be Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was much better.
Because that movie has a story it's trying to tell that isn't just, look at this property we have. Look at this property we have.
Hey, did you know Roger?
And it actually did something new and fresh for cinema, you know? Like incorporating the animated with the live action and actually having animated things interact with live action objects. Coining the phrase "pump the lamp," for instance.
Yeah. Roger's dead. In the book, Roger's dead.
You've told me many times.
You were so disappointed when I told you.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible person.
You are.
So yeah, that's kind of that. The next film I have on here would be, and this one is underrated for good reason, but it's another one of these alien invasion / visitation movies. You got Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Never seen
It's
it.
also a book.
Never seen it.
It's also a book, I believe.
Never seen it either.
I like it. It's avant-garde. It's very art house and very avant-garde, and I can understand why a lot of people wouldn't like it. For all you fellas out there, if you want to fucking see ScarJo and the Nip, go off, watch the movie. It's very fucking strange, surrealist kind of imagery of individuals being absorbed by black goo. ScarJo loses her skin and turns into this weird silvery entity, and she's being pursued by another alien who is a biker. It's a weird fucking flick.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird flick.
Yeah, like I guess the big distinction it has is I guess the big distinction you have is you finally gets the male frontal nudity. Unfortunately, it's like the mentally challenged fellows junk. So like, you know.
Yeah.
We can't discriminate against it.
That's true.
It was a perfectly good one.
The art defender of the tall mushrooms. But so we got that connection, which I mentioned. In the same sort of vein, where you've got sort of seductive aliens. I've done an entire stream on this, so we won't go into it real far. But you got species.
Trying to think. Sorry.
What?
Wait, what?
Well, trying to think. There's another movie about an alien that comes down and has to replace these heads intermittently. He has to decapitate stuff, and like in a pinch, he takes off a German Shepherd's head, and he ends up taking the head of a dude who's about to have sex with his girlfriend. The actor is the same actor who plays Braytak in Stargate SG-1. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the movie. I'm trying to think of the.
It sounds familiar.
Tom Towles is in it as well. Tom Towles is in it at the start. And who was the fucking bounty hunter in the X-Files? Brian Thompson.
Brian Thompson.
American actor. Give me 2 seconds to see.
Oh,
The Borrower. That's it. It's called The Borrower. It only got 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. Ray Don Sean is in it. Tom Towles, Alan Gordon, and Tony Amadela. That's the guy who plays Braytak. And yeah, it was released in 1991. And it's basically an alien who is sentenced to live on Earth, and he's also punished that his head will dissolve every half an hour, so he has to replace his head.
Very cool.
Nice.
Cool concept. I should check this out. I'd like to see fucking Braytak taking people's heads. Be interesting.
No, not Richard Dean Anderson, Brian. Richard Dean Anderson does not have his head removed.
Thank goodness for that.
I'll be okay, Ethel.
Guys,
Just reattach
Has anyone
it.
said Men in Black? Or does that not count?
I don't know if that necessarily counts because it's not really an invasion or a visitation. It's more like the regulation.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, I will mention though, on the cheesy side of things, I forgot to mention this one. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Pod People.
Oh yeah,
It seems like one up your alley.
it's a classic. It's fun.
Is it an
Fucking
old one?
Trumpy, guys.
Yeah, fucking Trump. It's like a poor man's Body Snatchers in some ways.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. But it's fun.
Trumpy, you
It's
can
fun.
do anything.
Wait, Art, have you seen that one?
Seen what? That one?
Yeah, pot people.
No. No.
Never seen pot people. It's a great movie. Ethel highly recommends it.
Yeah.
I've seen the Body Snatchers, but not not Pod People.
You've got basically this furry elf-looking alien, but he's got an elephant trunk for a mouth/nose, and he goes around eating everything. And then there's another one who looks just like him that goes around killing people, and he sort of befriends a little kid. Trumpy.
Okay.
He's got powers. Kubrick, Brian. Yes, Richard Dean Anderson. He was in MacGyver, and he was also in Stargate SG-1. So that answers that question. See, so mention that. We mentioned Close Encounters. I Come in Peace. We have not mentioned I Come in Peace. I've not seen I Come in Peace. Have you guys seen this?
Dolph Lundgren takes on an alien
That's the
drug
Dolph
dealer.
Lundgren one, right?
Fuck yeah.
It's that I come in peace and you're gonna leave in pieces.
Yeah. Dolph Lundgren
says that
has to
shit.
stop a fucking alien coming down, taking out adrenaline out of people and selling it as a drug in space.
Oh wait, that's what that movie is called. Because they showed it in the sitter, but I was like, is that a real movie? Because
That's
that
one
looks
of the
dope.
titles. It has another title. Hang on, I'm trying to find out what the other title is, but it has two titles. Dark Angel. That's the alternate title to the movie.
Ah.
Well, that's because you got that TV show Dark Angel, and then you got that other movie called Dark Angel, which is about demons coming up.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba is not in this one.
Oh. So again, on the cheesy side of things, you got Alien Factor, and you've got what the hell was the other one? I can't remember the name, so we're not going to mention it. But Alien Factor, guys.
Very cool.
Nice.
See, movies. We mentioned Close Encounters, mentioned Factor, Critters, X-Men Space, Superman and Superman 2 and the entire Superman franchise. All Alien movies.
Yep.
Like, I specifically put Superman 2 on this list because you've got fucking Superman battling other Supermen. So
what is that dude's name? The X-ray, sun type guy. What's his name?
Nuclear Man. He's not an alien though. He's not
Nuclear
an alien.
Man.
He's a clone.
Nuclear Man. What is he?
He's a clone, isn't he?
Yeah.
Clone of what?
Superman.
Okay, so here's
Oh,
what
he didn't
gets
look
me.
nothing like Superman.
Here's what gets me. A strand of Superman's hair is holding a fucking 1,000-pound weight. Yet fucking Lex Luthor can go in and cut it with scissors.
Yep.
Like little bitty
Maybe you're just not
safety scissors at that.
They're not even kryptonite scissors. If they were glowing green or some shit, I would have been like, yeah, no bother, grand, explained.
But they're not.
But
They're
these
just
are
Dollar Tree scissors.
They didn't have Dollar Tree.
So basically, if you want to kill Superman, take those scissors and stab him in the neck.
Also, how the fuck was her name Lana Lang in the movie?
Yes.
How the fuck did she breathe in outer space? How the fuck did she breathe in outer space?
Superman. That's how. Superman.
Science.
Okay, Christian, how did
Power
fucking
of
Superman
movie.
reconstruct Great Wall of China with his fucking I-beams?
Because he's Superman, he has any power depending on what the writers need at the time.
Where did he
What
get
about that?
cellophane net?
Yeah, when he pulls the logo off his chest. What the hell is that?
Superman.
Yeah, what?
How did you become the defender?
I don't fucking know. Superman has the power of whatever the writers want him to do. That's his superpower. What they want.
Didn't he erase Lois's mind by kissing her?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he
did.
did.
Lois. He did rape Lois.
Yeah.
He did or did?
He did rape
Wait a minute.
Well,
He
even
raped
if
her.
Superman,
What?
can you even, if you're Superman,
Yeah.
you don't get to
No,
death.
he date rapes Lois. It's fucked up.
It's not date rape. It's probably just amorous. You know.
No. He date rapes Lois.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm not going to complain too much because in the comics he had some seriously stupid powers. I mean, he used to be able to shoot a smaller version of himself out
Yep.
of his hand.
Yep.
Yeah. Little person Superman.
It's not as bad as Green Lantern being affected by yellow HB pencils.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's very strange world comic books. But you
The
know,
lamest weakness ever. A yellow room.
Woo! Hey, see, I'm
Yeah,
promoting.
this room could kick Green Lantern's ass.
Yeah, boy.
it'd render him useless. It would.
Oh my
Um,
God.
Yeah. Green Lantern couldn't do shit in this room.
See, that's why I did that. You always make fun of me for this color choice.
It's to guard against Green Lanterns.
You never know.
I always get them confused. What is it? The Green Hornet, the Green Lantern? Is
the Green
there
Hornet.
more than one green person?
One's the guy with
Yes.
Green
superpowers,
Hornet
and
is
the other's
better.
the guy with Bruce Lee as his butler who saves his hole the whole time. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right. There's another film I didn't mention, which I should have mentioned earlier, and you guys will have seen this or know this. I know you'll have to have. The Brain from Planet Eros.
Actually, I haven't, but that's not a surprise. What about you?
Plan 9 from Outer Space, Full Moon says. Yeah.
We mentioned that already.
Yeah, we already talked about that one.
So enlighten me.
It's a good movie. It's
That's fine.
a fun 50s sci-fi movie. It's about a brain.
Yeah, you got a giant brain with a big stem sticking out of the back of it, brain stem, and it can
Yep.
fly.
Yep.
And it says such stimulating women. That's what it says.
18 women?
Stimulate them.
Ooh,
Yeah.
stimulator?
Yeah, it's a brain.
You need a lot of hands to do that.
Don't you? Well, it's a brain. It's short on hands because it's just a brain. From Planet Eros.
Yeah, but it can fly and it's got telekinetic abilities and it can kind of hypnotize people. But it's a good movie, classic.
Yeah, it's fun.
Marty, have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I just realized my girlfriend wants a brain with multiple arms to stimulate herself. But like, it's all right. All right.
Oh, man.
That's not what I meant. I was just asking.
That's what it sounded like.
Art, have you seen it?
The which one?
Brain from Planet Eros.
No.
Well, sorry. I recommend
I
you
haven't
gotta
seen
see
a
it.
lot of the old movies.
Actually, I mentioned this movie earlier. Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah.
During this, there are clips of Brain for Planet Eros in the credits, so you've probably seen clips of it, but not the whole movie.
Great movie.
Scared Stupid.
Yep.
That's fun.
I like Scared Stupid.
No, you good, fool.
Perfect.
Was that Eartha Kitt's
Trench, you seen it?
One of them.
One
yes.
of them, yeah.
Like, not the very last performance, but close to. How many stars? I give it 3. I give it 3. It's an old movie, but I like the special effect. I like the way the brain looks. I like how it's got some memorable quotes in there, you know. So I mean, I give it a 3. I mean, it's what you'd expect from a movie with that title in that era. It's a classic. It's a classic. You know. So I think we've covered all the movies we can cover. So I'm going to move it on to television real briefly because there's one show I want to mention. Alien Nation, guys. Have you seen Alien Nation?
Yeah.
No.
Love it. The movie too. There was the movie too.
Yeah, it was because it spun off of the movie, right?
I love the movie. Like one of my favorites, actually. I love that movie.
It's full of social commentary. It's very interesting too. Like I don't know what. How would you describe it, Jen? For Trenchy?
It's a buddy cop film set with aliens. It's a buddy cop film set with aliens. I'm blanking on the name, Sparky.
Let me go check your copy.
Oh God, Misery, Guy in Misery.
God.
James Caan.
Thank you, James Caan. Yes, James Caan.
And Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah, Mandy Patinkin. Yeah, I remembered him. I couldn't remember James Caan. Yes, it's just, and it's basically, we've seen this premise set up a lot of times where, you know, one of them's kind of a curmudgeon and he's also kind of a borderline alkie, and the other one's straight as an arrow, and the one who's straight as an arrow is played by Mandy Patinkin, and he happens to be an alien, and they don't like each other at first, but over the course of the movie, through wacky hijinks, they get to be friends and they get to bond, and they find out that some of the aliens are, you know, doing some shady shit. Yeah. It's a good movie.
It's very fun.
It's nothing we haven't seen. It's a buddy cop movie with aliens, but for some reason, and I'm not the biggest sci-fi person, but I've always loved this movie.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why.
It's one of your best buddy cop movies in my opinion.
Jen, there's a brilliant. Oh, sorry. There's a brilliant bit where they're going over the case, and it turns out that the alien race can get drunk off sour milk, and like. Your man's getting up, and James Caan's character, God damn it, man, you better drive home. You're too fucking drunk to walk. I love that line.
I do too. And just the fact that sour milk makes them drunk is also funny.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
It's great. It's one of the best buddy cop movies. It's like right up there with 48 Hours and Running Scared.
Theodore Rex.
And Theodore Rex, yeah.
I like the look of the aliens. They got a cool look.
I do too. You know, they kind of make the women sexy too. Like, you know, for aliens, they kind of make the women sexy in this. When she's doing the pole dance, I was like, I get that. I get why some men could find this attractive.
Like, I always like it when
the species count.
No, I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, it's why it gets that sort of a mention.
Oh.
I did an entire stream on it like a few months back.
I must have missed it.
It should be in the stream playlist somewhere if you check. I have a bunch of playlists. Like you should check them off. Another TV show I'll mention, which I don't know if anybody's seen it. It was on for like I think a season and a half, and it was gone after that. Gone. Earth Final Conflict. Have you guys seen this?
Never heard of it.
Yeah. With Dagon. And it was Gene Rod. Was it a Gene Roddenberry project originally, Ethel?
Yeah, originally it was the Gene Roddenberry product that never came to fruition until after he.
I can remember the first season because there was like Amish and killer butterflies, and there was there was these butterflies that kill you, and there was a bunch of Amish people harboring alien tech, and that was attracting the butterflies that were killing people, and there was basically the alien race were invading people. They were kind of really insidious about doing it because they made out that they were making the human race better and helping the human race, but they were secretly kind of subverting human race's control of the planet. And it got really interesting.
Which one is this?
It made it to 2 seasons, I think, Ethel.
Oh, I thought it was a season and a half, but it probably was 2
No,
seasons.
maybe you're right.
Oh.
But
No conflict.
I always knew that'd be the downfall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll always remember the scene with the butterflies cutting your man's lips open and like coming out of his mouth. It was just whatever the tech did to the insects. It was crazy.
It had some gimmicks to it. Like it was sort of a cop kind of show, you know, where you had the detective and he had that implant on his arm so he could shoot lasers out of his arm.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
Yeah. It was definitely high concept sci-fi.
Yeah, it was ahead of its time. A little too ahead of its time, really.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna open it up to you guys bouncing around because now moved off the list. I'm gonna be right back. So you guys bounce around for a minute or two, and I'll be right back. Cool.
Christian, favorite doctor?
Favorite doctor? Ooh. Either Eccleston or Dr. 9 or Dr. 7. Either 9 or 7.
9 or 7?
Yeah. But but just as an actor though, probably David Tennant.
Paul McGann.
One, but
Paul McGann's.
yeah, 7 or 9. But just for consistent quality of the episodes, probably David Tennant's runner's 10.
Okay. Trench, favorite doctor?
This is fucking funny. Mine a tie between 9 and 7 as well. I lean more towards 9, but I can't. I love 7 because of his magic tricks. So I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
yeah, I really love the magic tricks.
Jen, are you familiar with Doctor Who? Have you a favorite doctor? Like,
I'm not familiar with Doctor Who at all. I'm not. Christian is. I'm not.
Okay.
Oh.
Art, have you a favorite doctor?
A favorite Doctor Who?
Yeah.
No. I don't really know it. Yeah, know them all. Good enough.
Okay, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to actually say 9, and I'm going to say an unofficial doctor. I'm going to say Peter Cushing.
Yeah.
Peter Cushing?
Mm-hmm.
He was
in radio dramas, right?
No, he was in a movie. He was in Dalek Invasion of Earth. He's not officially recognized as a doctor, but Peter Cushing technically is a doctor. He's not. I think he's a Gallifreyan or anything. In the movie, he's just a scientist. I think he's just a regular scientist. Ethel might be able to confirm for me, but Ethel, have you seen which?
They did 2 movies. They did
movies.
2 movies with Peter Cushing. Yep, there was Invasion of the Daleks, and then there was Doctor Who and the Daleks. And he was a human who invented a machine he called TARDIS. And he was not a Time Lord. He was just a doctor, and his name was actually Doctor Who. And you still had Susan, and you still had Chesterton, Ian Chesterton, as her interest, and then you had like then Susan was a little kid, actually. You had another woman I'm having trouble remembering the very specifics because it's been a bit since I've seen these. But yeah, it was fun. They're fun movies.
DMC Campbell came back. He said his favorite Doctor is Tom Baker with the jelly beans. Ethel, who's your favorite Doctor?
I like the first Doctor. I like William Hartnell.
Really? That's a rare one. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I almost never hear anyone say I almost never hear anyone say any of the first three.
He's the first one's the best one in my opinion. Like he doesn't need a sonic screwdriver. He's got that cane. He walks around with his fucking hat. Like no, he's cool. Trenchy, you've seen the first Doctor's hat. How would you rate that?
It's pretty dope.
Yeah,
It's about an 8.
Trench is the hat man.
We gotta. Anytime we mention, we gotta get his opinion on it.
Yeah.
Would you rub the hat? Is
Yeah.
it great to rub?
I
Okay,
would
there we
love
go.
his hat. Of course.
But yeah, I don't know. I liked I liked the Doctor up until about halfway through Capaldi's season, and then the series got a bit preachy. And I like Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. Do not get me wrong. I just think the writing has gone down fucking hill. Chibnall's writing is fucking shite.
The emoji
I don't
robot.
like her outfit.
Emoji robots?
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's robots that have like emojis for faces. There's screens. They have screens for heads, and they have an emoji face.
I'm kind
That's
of
really
I'm
stupid.
kind of starting to feel like it's a good thing I stopped watching during midway through Matt Smith.
No, but the thing is, watch Smith and watch part of Capaldi's run. Yeah, it's still going, Brian.
I saw a couple episodes of Capaldi's run and he seemed all right, and Smith just never worked for me really. But I have not seen any of Lady Doctor yet. I have not seen any of her work.
Ethel's favorite companion.
Hold on. I'm still frozen, but that's okay. That's really hard. Like, I guess I'd have to go with like either Rose or Martha from the newer series. Yeah, I think I'll stick with either one of them.
Christian, favorite companion. Or
Ace, the companion for part of Seven's run. I loved her because she was just a punk girl who beat the shit out of Daleks with a baseball bat. I love that.
Trench, favorite Doctor Who companion.
That was a special baseball bat too.
Mm-hmm. She beat the shit out of Daleks with it. I loved it.
Team Sarah Jane all the way, man. I loved her show, and she was a great companion, and I like how she became kind of like a doctor herself and protected the world from aliens.
Yeah, I Sarah Jane and Amy Pond.
Am I the only one who hates K9?
K9?
K9's fine.
He's a mental talk that does fuck all, really. Just
Yeah.
really annoying. He's tweaky.
But he's just annoying. I find him annoying. He's the C3.
Yeah, he's the fucking C3PO. He's the tweaky.
Yeah.
Just like this metal bastard going around making a noise, going ah, rah, 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 rah. Like, for fuck's sake.
Drop him out the airlock, damn it. But I don't know. I feel like we've covered quite a lot, guys. Is there anything we've missed that we should cover before I round things down here?
I
Not
think
anybody else.
Creeps. Because we said Slither. Did we say Night of the Creeps, which is like the original Slither?
Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, Night of the Creeps. Basically, this big canister of fucking worms comes down, and Tom Atkins and two fucking teenagers and a chick that's cute and reminds me of Mary Elizabeth Winstead has to stop the
I like her.
spreading.
Yeah, Night of the Creeps is great.
Good news, your dates are here.
Bad news.
They're dead.
All right, Brian is mentioning the Visitor. I've not seen that. So if you guys can take it away.
Brian, do you mean the actual mini-series that was before the actual TV series? Because there was a three-parter. And then there was also the fucking one that was like, there was a mini-series to start it off, then the regular series, then a mini-series to finish off the series. With Mark Singer and Robert England and this cowboy guy with a laser gun shooting at a fucking ship.
Like I've seen V, but not the Visitors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
I think we've covered all the basics, Ethel. What do you reckon?
I think we have. I'm gonna wind things down.
Good.
I'm gonna go. First thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna thank everyone who's joined me here, and I'm gonna ask you guys, what's coming next? Jen and Christian, what do you got? What do you got coming along the lines?
Movie review, a couple movie reviews of stuff coming out and new releases, and we're still working on projects for October. So pretty quiet, but October is going to be very busy.
Yeah. So.
Oh, busiest time of the year for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marty, what's going on? What do you got going on next, buddy?
Next, myself and Jen are watching a classic next Saturday called Dinosaur Island. It's a 1994 Roger Corman B-movie featuring badly rendered dinosaurs and women wearing very little.
I'm gonna be a cave girl.
I'm gonna be an army man.
Oh, excellent.
I'm gonna not be there.
I might give myself big balloon boobs.
Why big?
No, I like your boobs the regular size they are.
They're not eye popping enough, Marty.
I dare to me.
Okay.
It's just a matter of opinion, you know.
High five. That was good.
God damn it.
But Marty thinks they're the best ever. That's what I've heard him say.
Yeah.
Aww. That makes me feel good.
But jugging along.
I have some cherished memories of you, okay? I have so many cherished memories of you.
Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you.
Trenchy and Art didn't do anything.
Oh, that intro video for your channel is fucking awesome, too.
Because they're good people. They're good Christian boys.
What?
Wait, what? Fuck the Christians. Not you, but the church.
DMC said Marty will keep us abreast of the situation.
Oh, yeah.
If I
All
could,
right.
I'd high five
All right.
you, Campbell.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, Art, you got anything coming down the line? Any live streams or anything like that going on anytime soon, or you just kicking around?
No. Oh, is I think after Jen, is anyone going after her on the Halloween thing? Is anyone after her?
I don't know. Ethel, is there?
She's on a bit of a delay, I think.
Okay.
I think
You're like breaking up.
I think we've got an open space right after. I think there's an open
I'll do
space
that one
right
then.
after. All right,
You do it.
I'll get you the list.
Very cool.
I know, there's
That'll
nothing
be
I can
cool.
do about it. I'll
Or
get you
second,
the
maybe
list.
idle hands or something.
Oh, that'll be fun. That's very cool.
I'll get you the list. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go out and come back in so that I'm synced.
Sounds good.
You're good.
Yeah. Idle hands. There was a Halloween
Yeah,
movie.
it's a good one.
That's a good idea, dude.
Totally.
It's a great pick.
Good choice. Everybody's coming up with good ideas.
So,
I wanted to try and do something for it.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. It was a good pick.
Yeah. Art, I'll get you the sign so that we can confirm and stuff on Twitter and we'll figure it all out. Okay.
I'll message you on Twitter then.
I'll get you with the thing on there. I think it'll work out great. You're right behind her on that. Trenchy, what's coming along next for you, buddy? What's the next thing in the list?
Oh no, I can't hear anyone.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what
Frenchie.
did you say? Oops.
What's next? What do you got coming on next for projects?
Oh, no, we lost Trenchy.
Oh no, well he's still here for
What happened?
he's gone.
Gone.
Gone with the wind.
Terrible.
Ethel, Brian has a spot, does he? Because he's saying he's planning on doing something for your thing.
Yeah, Brian, you gotta get at me with that so we can schedule you in there. There's still plenty of spaces, but like you gotta hit me up, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have a Twitter, Brian? Oh, or maybe the next you. Oh, sorry, what?
Oh, gee, yeah, he says he has a Twitter. Also, Ethel, Sadie wants to know is there a spot free next Friday? Because she's off and I think she wants to participate in the watch along.
Well, wait, this Friday or next Friday? Because next Friday is like the last Friday of the month.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you doing?
Because this Friday is. I gotta watch along this Friday, the 25th.
Oh yeah. No, see, I keep on thinking it's a Sunday. So yeah. This Friday for you. Yeah.
Yeah. There's an open space. I'll save her a spot if she wants in. We're doing assignment Karen.
Ethel Moon says he would like a space. He just has to figure out how long he's going to need.
Yeah, I tell you what, Full Moon, I have you on Twitter, and I think I have Brian too. Now that I see him confirm that, but I'll double check because I know somebody else has you if I don't have you. But I know I've got Full Moon on Twitter. So what I'll do is I'll send you a direct message with the time, with the schedule and stuff. And I'm going to do the same thing for Art, and we'll coordinate it. We'll get you in there.
Moon, what are you thinking of doing for your slot? Do you know yet, or just trying to still figure it all out?
He's gonna rock. Oh, that Ballroom Blitz, the intro video for the channel, that shit was awesome.
Marty made it. Marty did it.
Thank the Jamaican man over there.
Marty did an awesome job.
I'm not Jamaican, you
Came out great.
hipster.
I didn't say you were, darling.
Yeah, hipster. Cut your hair, hippie.
It'll be good. So yeah, so this Friday, guys. I already mentioned. I'll mention again because I'm doing the formal outro. Oh wait, we got someone else in the back. I bet Trenchy's in the back. Hold on. If I could get the thing to respond to the fans.
Brings me joy.
Sorry, Trench,
Well,
I didn't get back there. Let me let you.
I can understand that.
See, Marty gets it.
Fuck both of you.
I won't say it. I could say something, but I'm not gonna. Okay,
What? No, I'm not kidding.
Took a chair.
Kicking anybody.
Uh-oh.
Over the holy mountain. Hey man, speak English.
Damn it. Come on.
From the other side. Here.
Trench. Trenchy back.
Come on.
Oh,
There you go. Can you hear us now, Frenchy?
Add to stream.
I wanna rock.
Sorry, sometimes all the sound goes away.
I wanna rock.
No, my chair now.
There we go. There we go. Finally.
Person tries to do their
If I could just get this to hold it together for a few more minutes, I'll be able to end the stream.
hipster.
Excuse me. Trent, what's coming on next for you, buddy?
I'm not sure, but I am taking a week off from streaming besides Friday, so I plan to get more content on that and to work on more content. So hopefully stuff will happen. We'll see.
Trenchy,
Yeah? Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you, Trench.
Oh,
Ethel's lagged a
okay.
bit.
I hope everybody else heard that
Yeah, we
at the
did.
end of it. Yeah,
I'll try, Campbell.
I can hear you now.
What is Quiplash?
It is a thing.
It's a cool game you play.
Okay, as
over
long
the
as
phone.
everybody else heard you, that's fine. My host stream is breaking down here, so I'm gonna wind it out. Who's this?
I'll message you on Twitter.
So yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining me. I want to thank everyone in the chat. We had John Stewart. We had Brian. We had the lag is fucking kicking me in the crotch. I want to thank everyone for joining me. I want to thank Brian. I want to thank Full Moon, John Steele, DM Campbell. We had Just In Case. We had Kelly Lover Horror in the chat. And we had, forget who, we had Ben Grimm in the chat for a little while too. Anybody I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. I've been joined tonight by my friends Marty, the Press Show, my good friend Frenchie, Soul's Trench Coat, and my good friend Art down over here in the other corner. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Tell me why. Leave a little comment. If you really liked it, you want to see more of this, you want to friggin', be notified when it happens, subscribe. And if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. Get a hold of me on Twitter at _Ethel_Cross_. I'll talk to you. Sure, why not? I like to talk to people. I'm lonely. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys Friday for the watch along of the Silent Terror.
Bye.
Pokemon.
She said she talked to us.
Adios, everybody.
Bye bye.
Stay